I will have to get some lunch soon because I only woke up about an hour ago.
Ah.
I
Woke
was
up an hour
until
ago.
about. Yep.
Okay. Well, we're live, and
Yeah.
for some reason my chat's not wanting to. Hang on a minute. What is wrong with top chat? It's not allowing me to fucking. It's YouTube's broke. Why is YouTube broke?
Oh. Seems it's all my fault then.
No, I was wondering that when I first started up today is like why am I not seeing the top chat? I can't even pop it out. Well, actually, no, hang on. I can pop it out. Okay, yeah, blame pimping. Okay, now I can see Rogue's comment. I don't know what's up with it. I'm in the studio screen and I'm looking at everything. So let me do it. Hey, Rogue.
Do not pop it up while you're on stream. And yes, it's Penn's fault. It's always Penn's fault. She knows that.
Alright, well let me showcase this. Oh no, I don't want window. I want display. There we go. So displaying my YouTube window. I've got the pop-out chat. I can see Rogue's comment.
Mm-hmm.
I can comment in it. But whenever I exit out of it, the right-hand sidebar is blank. It's empty. There's nothing here.
That's a you problem.
Yes, I don't know. I've already refreshed the screen and I can't get fixed.
Again, it is you problem. Like on the actual service, the actual channel, it's fine. We can see it.
Yeah, I know. It's a backstage problem. Is what it is.
Yeah, henceforth, what I said earlier. It's a you problem.
Yeah, it's me. It's always me. I'm always the problem, and then I get to blame Pin for it.
We always.
Okay, so with that, we are here. Yeah, we are here. Has everyone been? Pin, it's been a bit. No, you and me were talking earlier.
No. You should be happy that she decided to step away from Final Fantasy 14 for a brief moment to come here.
You're still not playing while I'm here. How cute.
While still playing Final Fantasy 14.
Wow, I mean, giving me the time of day multitasking while playing Final Fantasy 14. I do appreciate.
Yeah, I know.
It,
She's been doing that for a bit.
I am humbled by its presence.
But again,
you shouldn't be. But
no, the idea, Sparky, she took enough moments to acknowledge that other things were happening, so then she came here, but is still playing the game.
Yeah, I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's that. Well, I, on the other hand, have devoted all of my attention to you. Kind of weird.
Rogue is trying to bait me. He's trying to bait me.
And certain people wonder why they lost top billing?
Well, Pin, okay. Rogue is trying to bait you. At least he's not trying to masturbate you.
I have mastered the bait like fishermen's mastered.
Pin, you left yourself open.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to do for her.
No.
Okay. So with that, I'm slung this around. You guys go ahead and talk. I'm going to be chilling for a second.
Don't shill things around. I mean, that's the worst thing to do.
I'm a shill. Of course.
Like a shill hero?
Why would we always shill? It's obvious. So we could take over the world. That's how it's done. That's what Brain did not understand. He did not understand the important aspects of shilling.
Yes, but I mean, the Democrats have been doing it. How successful have they been at trying to take over the world?
Not very successful, but we're not Democrats, so.
True, I guess. I mean, all I would say is you have to take control of the meme. Once you've take control of the memes, you pretty much rule the world.
Well, it's a good thing I am a walking meme because we
Seize
got
the memes of production.
Hey,
Yeah,
I am pretty much a walking meme because I be certain man squatch in the Discord. So,
well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you do present yourself as a meme, and I've always said you can never be too small to meme.
oh yeah, no,
Don't let
you
your
can
memes
never
be
be too
dreams.
small. Yeah, just like quantum TV has become a meme.
I mean, what? He's always been a meme. He's just never really liked the idea that he's a walking meme.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Well, the problem with something like quantum TV, they became more filtered, all because of a questionable review for a game that has a degree of popularity and a huge likability by the mass majority of the audience. That includes the normie audience. So he, like the others who were small percenti, decided to try to counter by saying the game isn't good. The game is decent. I'm not going to say the game is the best game ever. It's a game. And the game in question is Elden Ring. Okay, Elden Ring, done by the same people who've done Dark Souls and other similar type games. So they're going to fall onto the same kind of tactics that they do best. In this case, it's an open world. Ask Dark Soul games. I mean,
well,
you play Dark Soul, you know what you're walking yourself into.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, I kind of poked fun at him a little bit in one of my second to last videos I've done. I have not done any more videos. Luckily, he has quieted down. He's not abused the dmca system anymore that I know of and what I can see. So, I've got really nothing else to really post on him until he does. I've got, I don't know how many fucking comments on my videos. They are like the hottest videos right now on my fucking channel. And every fucking comment I've seen is like, talk about him getting banned. Talk about his racist comments. Talk about his bigoted comments towards the LGBTQ plus whatever community. I'm like, guys, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if he said naughty words online. I don't care if he hates a certain group of people. I don't care if he's... I don't care. I don't care about his religious fucking aspects. I only care about he abused the DMCA system.
He does have, a background when it comes down to the religious aspect. Yes, he's going to have his own forms of bigotry and racism when it comes down to it. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
but,
that's fine. I really don't care.
Hang on, am I supposed to be shocked that a Christian black man has a hate boner towards, a certain group of people? No.
No, I'm not either. But let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. It's like, who cares?
And the only thing I kind of focus on, and will truly focus on, is the factor that he is abusing a system that has been overly abused to a point where YouTube itself is...
They're stepping in and doing shit about it.
Well, again, they put up all these different kind of barriers of entrance in order to reduce the amount of risk of harm instead of fixing the main problem. Removing the people who abuse the system outright.
Exactly. I mean, well, it comes back down to this too, and this is what I really love about it. So, as I talked about this 2 weeks ago, about the whole yobyaxes bullshit and how Antoine did DMCA one of his videos. And it's because it was a straight rip off of his channel. It's like, yes, he is entitled to use the system that way. You straight up ripped one of his videos off of his channel. He has the ability to DMCA you. If you don't want to go to court about it, don't counterclaim it. If you want to go to court, counterclaim it. Well, Yobi doesn't want to counterclaim because, I gotta give him my info then. Then don't get pissed about it. You did a no-no. It's like... But it's
Okay, so there's no rule that says realistically that says that you can't do a complete rip from it because YouTube allows it within the
no, they allow it. It's up to the content creator.
I know, and it's left up to that particular person, the holder of that content, whether they wish to battle it or not. And if perchance they decide to battle it, well then you just have to take the loss and kind of move on.
Rage of wars, rage of battles, like
Yeah.
go at each other. But at the end of the day, the reason why I bring that up is because that's one thing I don't like is people abusing a system. Now, I brought it up for a reason because, like I said, in order to prove something, I went on to my Sparky's Tech Corner 2.0 channel and intentionally went through the processes and struck one of my videos on Sparky's Tech Corner original. Now, I don't know. I really don't know this. I don't know if it's because the channel has been falsely hit before, and YouTube's put some sort of like, okay, if this channel gets hit, put some extra protections or something like that on it because he's been falsely hit before, or if it's just a overall system-wide thing that they're doing. I think it's an overall system-wide thing because, unfortunately, I'm
yourself into an over. Yeah, it's a wide system.
It's a wide system thing. That's what I didn't know, but I went through and filed strike. It went through, and then it's like 30 minutes later, I get an email saying, "We're afraid that the strike that you placed on this channel might have been in bad faith or not correct. If this is correct, please continue on with doing it. However, if YouTube finds that the strike is illegitimate, your channel will face termination." Meaning, my 2.0 channel that filed the strike would face termination.
Yes.
I like that.
That's a standard. That's happened before.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I've never seen that before, and I never went through the processes.
Well, the only way around that process is if you have like a trusted flagger behind you. So if you know a person who is in within the flagging system itself, they can actually expedite the next level. But if you're a newbie and you don't have connection to the inner circle, well then you have that bounce back at you, kind of going, we're monitoring this. If you decide to pursue, then beware that if perchance we find that it's false, you don't have a channel no more.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And I got to thinking about it later on, and it might have been because it's 2.0 trying to strike the original. The video that I was trying to strike was the intro video that you made, which, by the way, I still like and love.
Thank you.
Ken has been working on something in the background for a new intro for like the gaming channel I've been working on. So, as I like some of the concepts she brought up with.
I'm really interested in seeing how much time she's actually devoted to something like that. Seeing that she's playing Final Fantasy 14 most of the time.
No, she's provided some demos, so I mean she's worked on it. I don't have a deadline day of when I need this. I just said when we get around to doing it because she came up to me, she asked me. It's like, sure, I'm interested in this. Well, here's some couple demos of what I want to do. It's okay. I like this one. Like this concept's good. This concept's good. I was like, okay. Well, whenever I get it all put together, I'll show you the final version. And that's the last I've known of it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But it's like, again, it's like I'm not needing it at this moment.
True. But I mean, I would have had it done by now and had it back.
Well, I mean, well, look at it like this. How long did it take for me to actually utilize the intro you made? It took damn near a year.
No, I understand. Like I said, but again, I had that thing ready to go for you to figure what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long. Had an idea, showcased the idea. Hell, I've already had like an advert
Dude, hey, it's all good. That's the way you do things. That's the way Penn does things. That's all good.
Oh, I know. But I like to just remind people.
He likes digging that knife in,
digging
just
that
a
hole.
little.
She likes to procrastinate, and unfortunately, the dagger that it's wedged in deep gets further and further deeper in as she procrastinates.
Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna change around subjects real quick. I did not have
a Pixel Runner. Hello.
Pixel Runner.
Yeah. I see them in said chat.
And have a wrench. There you go. He's probably one of the new people that came into the channel from the Quantum TV videos. If that is the case, thank you for stopping by. Unfortunately, we're not really talking about Quantum TV today, if that's what you're here for.
We already did a little bit of a yammer based on it, and
we did just kind of recapping, but that was it. Luckily,
so if you want, you can.
He's kept his nose clean.
You could probably roll back a few moments in time, and you'll probably get the quick 2-minute wrap up.
Yeah, but no, I'm real glad YouTube's put some barriers up. Now, whether they've been up for a while or not, or it's just they've changed the trigger system.
They've been up for a while, so anybody, like I said before, anybody who's a first timer who doesn't have an actual proper connection towards the inner circle of the flagging department, then you are faced with that bump back, stating that hey, you can continue if you proceed, you could lose your channel if found false. Most people kind of ignore it and still continue anyways. So then they have to go through the whole process of getting you to do the work, of snipping out the areas that have caused you the grievance, and then they review, and then they kind of go, I agree or disagree, and it's kind of...
Well,
that's where it kind of gets kind of sketchy, because you have different people involved within that portion of it, so their own opinions.
Yeah, I understand that one. Did you watch my last video?
Do I look like a person who watches all of your videos?
Sometimes.
Come on, Rogue, you're slacking.
Look, I don't watch every video that Sparky.
Damn it, you're supposed to be my fucking co-host. You're supposed to support me and give me views, damn it.
I'm not a co-host. I've always been friends. Ken, on the other hand, has the top billing. Wait. No. Hang on.
Your motto has been a long time ago. You don't have internet friends. You have associates. I'm a friend now? Okay, damn.
Yeah, no. Hang on. Before you try to circle that on me, I said I've always had the title of friends. I never said that we were friends. I said that I have the title of friends.
Hey, Rogue, that's a nice reach around. I like that a lot.
I mean, I'm pretty good at doing a pretty decent reach around, but I am very specific on the words that I choose. And I did mention earlier that, hey, I've always had that title of friends, never co-host.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and pull this up. It's because I made I made the main video I was gonna make that day, and then later on I realized I forgot something. Actually, I didn't forget something. I realized something after I made that video, so I quickly made a secondary video. So the first video I made was Quantum TV has too many double standards. That was a 23-minute video.
You have like 6 fucking videos. 2 of them that are over the 2-hour mark.
Those are streams.
Still, 6 videos. 2 of them that are over 2-hour marks. So you're wanting me to devote at least, let's see, 23:49. So it's an hour and 10.
I have 1, 2, 3 hours. I have 4. I have timeout.
7 hours.
Just like with you, Rogue. Timeout. Just like with you, Rogue. I choose my words wisely. I said videos, not live streams. I have 4 videos on the subject, the longest one being 50 minutes. And I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the last one that's 7 minutes.
6 minutes and 59 seconds to be precise. When I go
get low this guy here.
I know. When I go into your channel and there's an option that says Quantum TV, and it showcases how many's within the playlist, how many videos that exist in the playlist. And unfortunately,
6.
those live videos that you do, or those live streams you do, actually become videos after you hit that end button, and then YouTube decides to process it. It's not like it just disappears. YouTube saves it. So it becomes a video. So technically, you have 6 fucking videos.
Well, technically, if I look at it, it says views and streamed. Not views and streamed. It just gives me, like, one video gives me, okay, like 641 views 9 days ago, nothing else below it. Ones I streamed is like 151 views, streamed 2 weeks ago. So there's a distinction. Again,
you see the distinction on your end. Me, as a person who's looking at your channel, I don't see that as a distinction. It just, for me, it just shows up as videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last video.
Okay, so this last thing, which is supposed to be, I briefly kind of went over it. Something about the whole claiming of Linus comment. I really don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so the whole reason why I ran into it is because it was on his blog. Because we covered his blog.
Yeah.
On live stream, and then that's when you went absolute fucking ape shit on the man. Still a glorious fucking stream. No. Bro was straight up calling this man a fucking
yeah. The nigga should have just shut his fucking yap and called it a day. But no, he didn't. So move on.
Hey Sparky, how much longer do you want to have your channel for?
For quite some time, because trust me, Pan, that show that we did after being reintroduced to a person like Quantum TV, I was niggering him from top to bottom.
Dude, no, I'll put time out. I will show you. I will tell you how bad this was. After the whole stream, we got into VC and Tyro came in. Rogue was kosher to Tyro.
Because Tyro was likable at that moment, so
Wow. It was like, oh my god, reality is like, are we in the multiverse now? Fuck. The hell just freeze over?
So hell was just unleashed, and I picked a person that I liked at that moment, and it happened to be Tyro.
But no, the whole time...
Because he decided to talk about food, but I'm like, oh my god, a person who's not talking about something that I'm going to try to wrap my hand around.
Tyro, I have... Tyro, if you're listening to this, I have one word for you. Run.
Yes. Oh,
damn.
But then you can't run fast enough. Or fast enough.
As I have learned. Yeah, I mean, you can try. The Squid Games of Rogue.
No, I take my time. I'm like the Jason Voorhees out of the group. The Michael Myers.
I think Pen's saving grace is the fact that you are not a internet demon with tentacles like Antoine.
No.
Antoine does need to try a little harder, though.
Yes, he does.
Oh, by the way, so Antoine seen last stream, and there's a Captain Hook just got home and he's like, "There's supposed to be a lunar eclipse tonight." All right, cool.
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna see it, but I'll probably try to look. But no, Antoine did see the stream from last week, and there's only one thing I want to say. So you said that he had a sponsor, right?
Well, that's what he said.
Okay. Do you know what that sponsorship is?
No, I don't really care, but he never really did tell exactly what his sponsor is.
So he gave me the sponsorship. He gave me the sponsorship video,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and
I'm not, but I'm sorry.
he wanted me to show you this video, which I'm going to do now.
Oh boy.
The sponsorship.
Actually,
The sponsorship.
Legends.
The sponsorship is from Blood Claw Industries.
Blood Industries.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and go through this sponsorship video as soon as yeah. All right, here we go.
Hello, my name is Jade Bloodclaw, founder and CEO of Bloodclaw Industries. If you haven't heard of Bloodclaw Industries, it may surprise you to learn that you use many of our products. They're in the things you use every day.
It's
our wonderful
part
products
of the whole
are in your
YouTube
phone,
shit.
and the controllers you use to play games with, and the microwave, televisions, monitors, graphics cards, and so much more. In fact, there are very few things that are a part of your daily life that doesn't have something from Bloodclaw Industries in it. I know you most likely haven't heard of us, despite how profuse our products are. Honestly, I've spent a lot of time and effort to keep it that way. Unfortunately, that's no longer feasible. Things have been happening in our world that we at Bloodclaw Industries feel you need to be aware of. It's with this knowledge I
get
can
on
let
just
you
a bit
know.
more because this is starting to bore me.
In today's day and age, information is thrown at you at tremendous speeds.
Okay.
However,
So it's a fake sponsor. It's a
I know it's
yes.
Ishtar, but...
It's a fake sponsorship.
I mean, she could do some voiceover work, but I recognize it as a voice.
She should have had a better script writer because my god, the first few seconds I got bored of it. Fuck. I like the concept for it. It was an interesting idea trying to bring in a sponsor that's a fake sponsor, but a little bit of oomph. Make it a little bit more I don't know, ad friendly.
Anyways,
not only that, it felt a little too generic. Like 3 sentences in, I'm like, okay, where's the hook? And then it's like generic. Like we have products that you use every day. It's like, okay, examples. And then like 3 sentences later, then it's like smartphones and controllers. Like, okay, still generic.
Mhm.
It'd be a little more impressive. I know that for reasons they can't, but it's like, okay, cool, cool, but it doesn't have the same impact as a legit sponsor video would.
Also, I don't like the factor that they. Hang on, I don't like the factor they're also using a Warhammer reference.
What's the reference?
Bloodclaw. Bloodclaw is a Warhammer reference. It's an actual.
Time out. No, hang on. No, because one of Antoine's gaming channels is Antoine. Actually, no, his Facebook handle for the longest time was Antoine Bloodclaw.
That's because it's from Warhammer.
Yeah, well, look at KG.
Like I said, I KG's KG, but Kilgroove. His reference is an icon, not the actual.
Yeah,
Bloodclaw belongs to the Warhammer kind of industry for the most part. I get that they're trying to give that as a modern day kind of look, but realistically, it's already in existence.
All right. Well, all right. So the whole reason why I brought this up is because conversation we had afterwards. Because I wanted to show him what I talked about. Just say, hey, if anything gets brought up or said, look at this. And another thing I was trying to do was like because Antoine was kind of going a little bit irate with Vlad over the fact of this was happening. It's like, dude, man, no, Vlad stood up for you, man. So as much as you hate him, it's like you got to admit. He did not fucking do anything with this. He actually helped me nip it in the bud. So just, that's all I want to do with him. But it's like, he was interested in the fact that, Rogue doesn't like me. And it's like, well, Rogue doesn't really like anyone, so don't take that too personally.
Degrees of toleration.
Yes.
Yeah,
Degrees of toleration.
If I have a disdain for your life, then guess what? Your existence is very minimal in my world.
That is saying one thing. There is only ever one person that I've seen you fully like okay, you're standing all the way over there with a 40-foot pole.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right. But
everybody else is you don't. This is an interesting thing. I'll have to give you credit for. You don't really get mad, Rogue. You get even, but you don't really get mad. And you just let it roll off the shoulders.
Watch the stream 3 weeks ago.
Well,
no,
of anybody that we're associated with.
That's a different situation. That's a person who's gone to a level of stupidity to a point where they're around their necks and squeeze and watch the life kind of slowly drain or quickly drain out of their existence. That's stupidity. Stupid people I have an ire for. I avoid them as best as I can. But unfortunately, they're so plentiful. They like to mass produce. Mm-hmm. So I, for my degree of sanity and for their safeties, I try to stay away from them. But in general, I really have different levels of positions I put people in. And if I have a complete disdain for their existence, then they should run.
Okay, I got you. All right, well, like I said, the whole reason is, and I'm reading some of these DMs, so Antoine, I hope you don't mind. I'm going ahead and just reading some of them, just so I can get this out, because I do think it's funny.
Okay.
But it's like he didn't know you didn't like him, and it's like I told him, it's like, that's Rogue, he doesn't like me. It's like the sponsorship is not a real sponsor, and anyone putting any kind of attention would know that. Have you ever heard of Blood Claw Industries? Like, I don't know anything about it. Why I didn't say anything about it. It was like, it's part of the story I am building. They are like the SCP Foundation. Yeah, he just got a little irritated because, like, the holier now attitude that you said he has is like, because of sponsorship. It's like, well, that's not really because of sponsorship, because you kind of do have a holier than now.
Look, I mentioned
personality.
Hang on, but to give context to this, I walked into Ishtar's stream. I think they were doing, or she was doing Minecraft. I was like, okay, I'm kind of curious, what is she doing? So I jump in, she's doing that, and then somewhere on the line in the conversation, it was mentioned that Matt had a sponsor. And I'm going, oh, okay, so which one? And he mentioned nothing about the sponsor. Didn't even give me a fucking answer.
I got you. So you're just going off of what alone, not really doing any research to what was.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool, you've got a sponsor. Congratulations. Who's sponsoring you? I didn't get a chance. I have no information going on. So he could have been sponsored by Gillette. He could have been sponsored by Ray Shadow Legends. He could have been sponsored to Your Left Nut. And I would have never have known, because he didn't tell me who his fucking sponsor was. He didn't mention
Manscaped,
Blood Claw, or anything like that. He just, I have a sponsor. And I'm like going, okay, great. Who is it? Dead silence on his end. And he's typing. He's monitoring Ishtar's shit. Ishtar doesn't mention anything. Outside of that, he's got a fucking sponsor. So I'm kind of going, fuck it, I'm out. Whatever. He's going to be what he is as usual. And I'm just going to leave. Be a lot easier.
Okay, I got you. So that's what the disconnect was. And that's why I was questioning the whole deal, because it's like, I really don't think... It's like, yeah, I really don't think that, because I didn't take that from you when you were saying that. It's like, God, you need to stop being so freaking soft. But that's my own. That's my own.
He's done that when I was a part of his server back in the day when his Discord was kind of a thing. and I was leaking him, pieces and parts for his shit, and I'm like, go get a fucking badge button and make these into badges, and then you can make some money. Free shit, free items here to make you money.
Talking about like what you're trying to do with me, and what you are doing with me, trying to help make some better
free
content.
Shit that I'm available for you, and I'm giving it to you for virtually nothing. The only thing I want is a bit of kudos here and there. That hey, because of a person,
stroke Rogue's ego, pat him on the back, tell him he's a good boy, maybe give him a cookie.
I don't want a cookie. Chocolate,
okay.
Yes. Cookies, no.
Okay, fine. Give him a chocolate bar.
There you go.
Give him a biscuit.
Ooh. as long as it has like chocolate underneath it, then I can deal with a choco biscuit.
Oh, God. But no, it's like no, I know how you roll. I know how you do stuff, and it's like. I know there's some tensions. Hell, there's even some tensions between me and Antoine right now, and it is what it is. And
here's the problem: Matt did it himself.
I know.
I'm trying to go out of my way to be the nice guy here, and you know how hard that is.
I know, and it usually has to do with people I have in the Discord and come in on streams like Vlad.
And again, I get it, but you have to treat the people in forms of Discord and that they're a newbie, that they're not going to come at you 100. And unfortunately for Vlad, he comes at you at 500. He does come out at 100, but hey, his first introduction, me and him, we were okay. I treated him with respect. He treated me with somewhat of respect, and like okay, he seems like a cool dude. He opens his mouth, says a few things that are kind of wrong or irritating, but I don't take that to heart. It's when we get into the confrontations, if you want to call them confrontations, the discussions,
heated debates,
the argument.
Heated debates.
Yes. And I then take him from where he is from the live channel in one of our debates that we had. We actually had a discussion after you fucked off to do whatever you had to do with Pyro. And I mentioned on how he screws up on his versions of debates and the tactics that he should be using in order for it to have him come across as a sane individual and not as a person that,
That's the night we had Nemo on, right? Yes, it is. That was the night we had Nemo on.
It was brilliant.
Yeah. Not Australian fish Nemo. Mitch the Ripper.
No, it's the other one.
Nemo.
Yeah.
And that was a fun night. I wanted to stick around for it. I wanted to keep live streaming that one, but it's like, guys, this is like 5 hours now. I should have left 2 hours ago.
Kind of came in and out, but yeah, after you left, Jem came back and he was like, "Is it done?" I'm like, "Going, is what done?" And so me and Vlad had a good discussion on certain things because he wasn't too sure where I was coming at or the reason of why I was coming at the conversation in that direction. I'm going, dude, you have to remember, you have to define the words that people are using. For example, the stipulations going forward. What does this mean? What does this word mean to them? How do they define this? How do they define this particular subject? Because if you don't have the defining terms, then you're just going to be battling each other and going in two separate directions and two totally different conversations.
Well, it's not only that. You gotta look at the whole thing of it's like, like in my Discord, there's a variety of different people from all over the places of the globe, from Japan to Korea to Hong Kong to Finland to Europe to Australia, to America, Canada. It's like, there's a massive amount, well, not massive, but there's a lot of variety of people in my Discord.
There's a good amount of people internationally that are coming in to view a program.
Yeah, and the definitions and distinctions of words matter. It's like, for instance, like what we were talking about, is like, cookies and biscuits. Well,
Yes.
to us in America, to us in America, they're different things. You know, a cookie is a dessert, biscuits something that you have like with biscuits and gravy in the mornings for breakfast. However, like in UK or Australia, it's a dessert.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, you got to have that distinction. You got to know what everyone's terms is. Otherwise, you get arguments like, I know what he was trying to do is trying to get one of those gotcha moments or straw man arguments. What he was trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do that because what's the definition? The definition that he's using the word may be different from yours. You guys need to agree on that definition before you go forward. Now, what was it? We were arguing the semantics about the wording and like the First and Second Amendments.
Yeah. Yes. And that's and it becomes somebody's interpretation. So are we taking it verbatim the way how it was discussed back in the day when it was first founded, or are we talking about it many years later and then trying to work within the modern day time aspect of it? So this is where that heated debate is currently for the Second Amendment. Is it factual, taken at the point of, or is it taken at this new modern point of, and we have to readjust it so that it fits within current events?
Okay, so I'm letting somebody in the Discord right now that probably got to jump in. This might end up getting into a yelling match or a heated debate. Just letting you know right now.
Sure. Let's see here. I'm just dealing with Tanya. Give me a moment.
Yep, that's who I let in the Discord.
Oh, good, because it'd be easier because they probably would want to have me tell them the actual story of why we ended up losing the Discord instead of me trying to type this fucking thing.
All right, yeah. Just tell them to jump into VC and you can tell them it's like, I won't go off on them right now unless they want to bring that whole conversation they had with me on Twitter up. I will keep my mouth shut on it. Because I am still royally fucking pissed off and heated about that whole deal.
I get it. We'll just give them the time frame so they can actually get to the.
Yeah, they're in the Discord now.
Yeah, no, or better, yeah, the live stream. There. No.
Okay.
All
right,
So I gave them a couple options. I told them to either jump into the VC or better yet, ask over in the live stream that we're doing. Hello, Wesley. What are you doing over there? I thought you were chilling with the that little young number that you're supposed to be visiting. And he
talking with
us.
Oh, wait. Ben Slayer says, watching Spy and Family with my friend. Dude, after episode 4, Spy and Family gets really good. I was actually really impressed with the last episode.
I see. We do have the Tanya that is here. Hello.
Okay. Is that you making fun of my stutter? How you doing? It's been a while.
Me making fun of stutter? No, I've always.
He hasn't made fun of me yet. So
seriously,
he has not made fun of me yet. So there's no.
I mean,
about
I
that.
could do the whole Porky Pig thing. See,
English that's all, folks.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you
That's all, folks.
Even though it's my major language, but to give you the short version of the long of the story the hack that happened for the GNF side of things. So Rogue was introduced to a hacker who used a phishing technique by claiming. They were claiming that they were a games dev, and they wanted to, have a beta tester to test out their games. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Let's go down
I've come across. Yes. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Yeah, if it happens to me, but go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Well, anyway, so I decided to take the bait, and then I kind of looked at it, going, "Oh, that's interesting. They shut down my Discord. Interesting." And so I kind of went, okay, so I use different tactics in order to get into Discord. And then I also noticed that every time I tried to log into Discord, the screen would change. I'm like, "Yeah, interesting." Then the hack happened in the process, and then my Discord got pretty much yeeted out of existence to the point. I think there was a secondary one after we established, or at least after I established that I got rid of said hacker and eventually reclaimed one of my old accounts. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to me, they also had a keylogger that was also established inside the actual hack. So it was actually embedded within the Discord itself. And it's something I was trying to. It was something I was trying to explain to the people with behind Discord that it was a keylogger that was introduced into the system. So it's like a though their file when you download it doesn't exist on their end, but it does for whatever reason. It was dropped into one of the Discord files, so that I would have never figured it out right away.
It's probably the quick access is what it was, because
Yes.
whenever you launch the launch window from your desktop or from the toolbar and stuff like that, it's not the actual app. It's a shortcut window to it. And what usually people do is that is really easy to tamper with, to add files to, because that's not something that Discord monitors. That's something that your system monitors. So the only thing that you gotta do is go through the registry keys, put in a keylogger for when this app registers, activate this keylogger, and whatever is logged sent to this IP address or whatever it's supposed to go to. So whenever Discord's up, it's the actual Discord, but then there's a keylogger running behind it. So that's that's basically what happened.
Correct. So after that,
You broke up. What? Is it a connection?
No, it's getting hacked again.
Of course.
why not? Why not get hacked the second time? No, I actually moved my mic.
That'd be a third time.
No, probably be the fifth time. I've been hacked before, so I've whatever. It's fine. It's not like I have all of my sensitive files in my actual computer. They're actually stored away on external hard drives that are but I gotta say, we had some interesting conversations on your old account, and I can't really go look at them again. I mean, I suppose I can, but I don't know. I mean, they're conversations. At the end of the day, the dragon was the one that had the ability to unleash his file that I gave him permission to do, and he nuked my secondary account, and then made another one that also has a nuking ability. So far so good. I haven't really came across that particular phishing technique. I'm like one of those people who kind of looks at it, kind of go, "Oh, you've presented me with something interesting. What kind of poison are you presenting me with? Is it tasty or is it kind of stupid? Because if it's tasty, then I'm going to, mow down on it and ask for more. But if it's kind of stupid, I'm just going to find a way to get rid of it. Because it's not tasty."
Yeah, I get that. It's insane.
Oh, I know.
So,
but in order for us to get rid of these types of scammers and hackers and that, you unfortunately have to put yourself on the front line.
Yeah. Well, so, and that kind of goes back to a second portion of that whole deal. Whenever Rogue got his account back, we thought everything was good. So both me and Penn reestablished him as a moderator. Yeah. So when that account got hacked again, well, that hacked account had moderating abilities. And I noticed this like at 4 a.m. because my phone started blowing the fuck up. And it was Rogue in my Discord saying, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," at everyone over and over and over again.
So
and
you knew something was up at the time, because Rogue would never do that. Unless
especially
normally.
Time out. Especially at 4 a.m. Because at 4 a.m. my time is around 2 a.m. his time. I know that's usually the time. Well, actually, it was 5 a.m., so it was 3 a.m. for him. He's in bed at that
I
time.
might be asleep. Yes.
So I know it's not Rogue. Yeah, I know Rogue wouldn't do anything like that. He likes to play pranks on people and he likes to fuck with people, but he's not going to destroy someone else's hard work to do it. So what that Hat to Count did is they changed the name to my Discord and Pin's Discord to Fuck You. Repeatedly typed in "fuck you" at everyone, and kept everyone out of the Discord they were able to kick out. Actually, ban them.
Okay, I'm sorry. People who do that have no lives whatsoever. Like I could think of a million different.
Well, it was time out. It's no. It was.
But you also have to think of this way, Tanya. I have done something to them to the point where the only recourse that they have is to say "fuck you." They can't think of anything else or do anything else.
Here's the thing: they hacked Rogue's account and they were trying to play off cool at first, and they were trying to send us files and send files in Discord undiscreetly.
They honestly
they got caught.
Pitches.
Yeah, they got caught like within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
the first time, and I caught him the first time, and I caught him the second time.
Okay, Rogue. Here's the thing. You probably know this better than anybody in here, but if you don't have any enemies, you're doing something wrong. So it's good.
I mean, I have a lot of frenemies, and I have friends that become enemies and enemies who become friends, and realistically, I make a lot of unique Connections. That's a good word.
Hey, look at me, right?
Yes.
Look at me. Unique connection.
Indeed.
No, I could just see Rogue sitting there. It's like, I have no money. But what I do have is a particular set of skills.
I do. I do.
That he does. Rogue certainly has skills.
And they got yeeted. I mean, they got yeeted, Bond. They got BTFO'd so fucking bad, we have not seen them since.
Good.
But that's the reason
why helps when you secure your Discord, so.
Yeah.
Well,
but
here's the problem with Discord. Even though you can actually secure it, it still has a lot of different flaws because it is an application. It isn't something that is
two-factor.
heavily...
Rogue, what did you send me?
I had a two-factor.
Rogue, what did you send me? Am I gonna get hacked if I join this?
No, that is the current GNF drama, total drama. Just
yeah. You'll notice we have a much sexier icon for it now.
Yes.
Okay.
We are sporting the sprite that is Pen.
Nice.
Yeah, even though the chest doesn't do it justice.
One Wesley, aka Windslayer, out there. Who's supposed to be having some quality special time with a friend while watching anime, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So now
I noticed. Well, you know, I'll tell you this off air because I did notice something strange as soon as I came in. But as soon as I came into the server, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, well.
Is there a strangeness that I should know about?
There's always a strangeness. I mean, you are pretty strange as it is.
Stranger Things with Pin.
Yes.
Alright, so now I'm gonna bring up something. So, Tanya.
Oh no.
Don't want to seem like I'm gonna come up and ambush you and stuff like that, but I did want to talk about this because it really pissed me off.
I'm gonna do it anyways because it's my show. I get it.
Pretty much.
Wait, is it your show? I thought it was Sparky's.
No. That's what I said. I was referring to Sparky. I don't mean to ambush you and all, but it's my show, so I'm going to do it anyway. That's basically what he's trying to say in a roundabout way.
It's not that it's my show or anything like that, but it's something
this
I
is
feel
suddenly
like that
turned into How to Catch a Tanya.
Pretty much.
What the
fuck? I am being.
Hansen come out.
No. I am being X, and Tanya fell into my trap. So.
Jesus Christ.
So you responded to me on Twitter about a week ago.
Oh God.
Yes.
On the whole abortion thing.
Oh yes, the hot topic button that is.
Yes,
Yep.
that is a hot topic.
It
But
really isn't.
now,
There's certain people
well,
who are
hang on,
making
hang
it a
on,
hot
hang on.
topic.
time out. I want to
When it
know.
comes- hang on. Because of the divide that's already there, the norms really don't have a really good grasp of the situation for the most part. A lot of them will say that it's a good thing or a bad thing because again they're going to sit in the middle. That's what the norms do. But unfortunately for the extremes on either side of the fence, they have their own versions of talking points, and depending on how far you go into the extreme camp, whether you're just outside the door, just touching the flag, and a spit distance away from them, or deep inside where you can actually tongue lick the crevices. This is the hot topic at this moment, and unfortunately, I deal with a person who kind of leans to an extreme at my household. And she kind of looks at you guys when it comes down to having this discussion. She's on the impression that this is going to rip away the very foundation that was created for the abortion system. Because all women now, no matter if it's under medical arrest or not, are not allowed to have an abortion of any kind. Otherwise, penalty of some high nature. And that's not the case. The abortion laws that were created for outside of medical use, normal everyday medical use, that you can just simply go out of your way without having permission from a parent or a doctor to get an abortion.
There's two sides to the argument. Well, sorry. There are multiple topics because I'll let Sparky just talk in a moment, but there are multiple topics enveloped into this one particular issue. There's the
Yes.
morality, there's the legality, and then there's just the,
Ethics.
and the ethics. Yes. There, you could break it down to, okay, you want to talk about rights? Okay, fine. Where does your rights as a human being begin? Because then that comes back to, well, where does the rights of the baby begin? Technically, if you want to go back to Greco-Roman days, you weren't considered born if there was a C-section.
Correct.
But, I mean, you're talking about what? Less than an inch, maybe two. Yeah, about less than an inch of flesh between being born and not being born.
Yeah.
There's the societal. Sorry, there's four. There's at least four. There's probably, but there's at least four. There's the societal expectation of
at the end of the day,
the luxury and convenience of, I don't want to have a kid because it's going to ruin my lifestyle. Well, again, it comes down.
Let's also look at it like this, and it could be a talking point for later, but it's something I see a lot of people throwing around, especially people from the LGBTQ plus trans community. And it's like the creations of artificial wombs. Okay, create artificial womb. Are they human? They're not born.
Well, not just that, but the technology to create an artificial womb is.
It's not there yet.
Though that we do have some of the tech available to us, certain things that we would need in order to ensure the safety and the productivity of said growth of the embryo, the child, the fetus, whatever you want to name it, it's questionable. We haven't gotten to that level. We can't even do that proper research using humans because, again, it's immoral.
Yeah,
because
it's immoral. We can't do that because it's human. However, you want to use that same argument. Well, technically, they're not human. They don't have rights. Why can't we?
Right. And that's
this is a circular argument. It's so fucking dumb.
That's correct. It is a circular argument, and it kind of goes into place. And I've had this discussion with Nemo before, and because we did it at one of our two shots at the bar, and we were having our little sit down afterwards to get a behind the scenes wrap up, and he and I kind of had this I'm not gonna say heated discussion. When it comes down to abortion, approve it so as long as it's within the 2 week factor. Why the 2 week factor? Is because at that time frame, it's as like it is a group of cells. It doesn't have any form of heartbeat or anything else that comes with. It is a process that's being created into the fetus. Once it becomes a fetus, now we have a new conversation to have because now it has a heartbeat.
Yeah, and for me, and well, my morality stems from and how it comes from is I look at the start whole process. What starts it? And that's and that's my basis. It's like for me, I look at it's conception because without that, nothing starts, nothing happens, it doesn't go forward.
The chain reaction does not start. That's what you're basically getting at.
Yes, it's like getting into a car to drive down the road. You're not gonna drive down the road unless you start the fucking car.
Yeah, but the end of or the beginning of conception could have a lot of questionabilities from rape to duress and a few other different things. But like I said before, conception is going to, or we'll say, conception is an inevitability if you have two people who are going to, partake in the act of sex.
Wait, okay, so
unwilling.
All right.
Well, and here's the other thing. Here's just one more point, Sparky.
All right.
The Twitterazzi, basically, the leftists going, well, if we can't have abortions, we just will go on a sex strike. It's like you're doing exactly what the right wants you to do.
It's like, do it, please.
Take responsibility for not having sex if you don't want to have a child.
Yes. Now,
look.
Now,
I hang on. One more thing. Guys, one on my end, and I'll let you guys.
One more thing.
It is
Uncle from Jackie Chan.
I know. I feel like it, but the use of it as a contraception, as a way to get out of the situations you put yourself into without taking the responsibility of the actions that put yourself in there in the first place, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. Kind of questionable overall. A lot of these women who kind of just freely go out and have sex and that, again, don't want to take the that responsibility for their outcome. Look, they could have simply reduced their chances of having sex from abstinent. I know it's a very challenging thing for some, basically because again, most humans, if not all humans, are sexually active in some way. So you have all these different other things that are available to us in contraception outside of the morning after pill and the good old abortion, because again, that's pointless, and it will harm you in the long run, even though they say it won't.
Oh, let's see. If I go to Walgreens right now, what's this during the feminine care aisle? Plan B pills. Yeah, they're $50 a pop, but it's not like you're having them every day, or you shouldn't be having them every day.
If you having them every day, you probably, well, I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get at, and this all stems from a tweet I made it.
You made
about a week or so. Well, I made about a couple weeks ago.
Okay, thank you. You made it. You made it.
I made.
I
made a couple weeks ago, and it's pretty much like this: if all the people who are for pro-choice were aborted at birth, we wouldn't have this problem now. Now, there's a couple reasons why I made that tweet. Because of things that I've seen on Facebook and things I've seen people do. And it all comes from the pro-choice camp of the whole aisle. Doesn't mean I'm for pro-choice, and does not mean I'm for pro-life. It's just arguments I've seen that are complete fucking dumb. Like, one argument shows a picture of a homeless boy on a bed in a really ghetto-looking room. And it's like, we can avoid this if we give the right to choose to women. It's like, okay, fine. If that's the point you want to make, kill the kid dead.
Actually, that's kind of funny because isn't that a war on poverty? So now we're killing on the impoverished people?
Yeah. No, that's exactly the point I was trying to get to. It's like, okay, if that's the point you want to make, kill the kid now. Well, the kid's born. It's like, okay, tell the kid that, hey, you wouldn't be in this mess if you were just aborted at birth. I mean, before you're born. It's like, go and tell someone that. And that's one argument I've seen. The argument other argument I've seen is, oh, my body, my choice. Fuck off. Motherhood, when you get into motherhood, it is no longer your body. I'm sorry. It's yours and the child's body.
Yeah.
That's what being a mother is. If you can't accept that fact, get your fucking tubes tied. Get a hysterectomy. You don't need to be a mother then. At all. And then the third point that really pisses me off, and this is one of the hot button points that you kind of pissed me off on, Tanya. Birth defects. Oh, what they're born with the organs outside the body. What they're born with some sort of defect and they suffer. And that argument absolutely fucking pisses me off for the simple fact. My wife, Captain Hook, was born at 26 weeks with a hole in her heart. Her mom they had to force her mom into labor. Otherwise, it was going to kill both her and the mom. When she was born, she died 3 times after she was born until they got her on the operating room. And she had to go through several surgeries and be in the ICU for an additional 6 months afterwards. You know what? She's glad to be alive today. I'm glad she is alive today. She is my sweetheart. She is the one person I want to be with for the rest of my life. And I love her to fucking death. And whenever I see people make that fucking argument, it pisses me off to no end, and I want to fucking strangle them to death.
Well,
so
hang on. The argument of birth defects. Now we're going into a lot of nuanced different things. We have a lot of medical technology or medical advancements to pretty much put everybody
This was in '89.
Everybody back into the parts that they need to be into.
This was in '89.
I know, and again, those were revolutionary medical marvels that we had the opportunity to actually go through and actually. We have people who exist today with holes in their hearts. We have people who have limited brain functionality, or should have limited brain functionality. They're a fully functional human being, and some of them are presidents of the United States.
and Tanya, and you can respond to this. I'll be more glad to listen and stuff like that. But the only reason why I made that post was not to prove some sort of fucking stance, was not to start or spark some sort of fucking argument and debate. As a simple fact, those are the arguments I'm seeing online, and those are all the arguments I'm seeing people make. And it will be a fucking shame if everyone who was pro-choice, for all those fucking reasons, were aborted either at birth or before they were born. Because if that was the case, we would not be having this discussion today. It's a form of irony. I was not saying that, oh, I'm for this one for political aspect. I'm not for pro-life. Yeah, I'm not for pro-choice. I'm not for either one. I understand. And I do understand that, like, my wife could have very well been, they pretty much did try to do a termination. But she did survive. They were able to, help her. And yeah, she suffers from problems now, but she's glad she suffers through them. She's glad to be alive and stuff like that. I do understand. I do
Existence is pain.
Yes, well, it is. Let me finish. I do understand that there is a need for it. I do understand that it should not be banned altogether. I understand that. But I also do not think it should be a willy-nilly choice to the mother. It should be a choice that is a final stage choice. There is no other options that the doctor provides. And not only the mother, but the father also have to fucking make that determination. Unless for a court law, the father's unfit, or child rights, custody, stuff like that. I think that should also go into this too. but it should be a choice made.
But hang on, but giving men that ability of child's rights, that's never going to be.
That's a different argument.
Scenario.
That's
I'm sorry, if men have to pay child support, they probably should have a say in it.
Yeah, that's my point.
No, but that's counterintuitive to the feminist ideology, Pan.
I don't care.
And Sparky. It's the reason of why child support exists is because of the feminist doctrine. If you look at it.
Yeah, I know.
If you look, I mean, men were the ones that had the responsibility of taking care of the child way before the feminists showed up to change those laws.
Yeah, but I put that for a reason. I said that for a reason because I do feel like it has to be a choice made by both mother and daughter, and it must be a final choice. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts. So there's no other way around this. Then you can pursue onto that. I don't think it should be a choice. I don't even think it should be even a factor on the fucking table. If it's one of those, oh, I'm pregnant, I can't take care of the child. Well, that's your own fucking mistakes that you've done. You did not think this through. You did not take personal responsibility. You get to live with the choices of your life.
Which kind of leads back down to why I say 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, sorry. That's where I go. And as far as like, okay, incest goes, okay, well, one, that's not an argument because that rarely does happen. It's probably gonna happen more now because the wild ass fucking political atmosphere we're in.
Well, I mean, I hate to break it to a lot of the wide-eyed feminists out there, but you blue hair group do have a lust for a lot of their cousins and brothers and that for some weird reason. So it's inevitably gonna happen.
Yeah, but okay, you want to use incest as a fucking argument for it? All right, fine. Let's kill the king and queen. Let's kill the queen of England. How's that? Rape. Okay, rape. Let's use that. All right, what if a woman's raped? One, again, that's something that does not happen too often. And two,
it's rare.
And two, it's really rare for a woman to be captured and held hostage for a period of time while being raped. It happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. But it does not happen all the time. You're talking about like a 0.001 fucking % of the time of rapes that happens. So usually it's because unconsensual sex, rape, or the woman had regrets and stuff like that afterwards. Look, again, you have a window. You can take care of that. If you can't figure that out within that window, well, again, choices of your actions, I mean... And if it's one of those deals too of, oh, it was against your will, go to the fucking cops.
Yeah. Also, their man squatch. Yeah, I get the process of rape, how it can cause trauma, and so on and so forth. But there are some mothers who actually still keep the kid and have produced a well-rounded citizen in some cases, or political pundits against the abortion laws. Fuck. Funny thing is, my personal favorite, Roe v. Wade. Roe, she only came into the equation because of a feminist who wanted to find a way to argue it in the state of Texas. And then after it was won, Roe herself regretted that she won and ended up working
she
on
admitted
the
it's a lie. It was a lie. It was all made up. Her whole thing was made up.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll also let me add this point because I've been trying to add this point for a bit, and then I gotta go grab some lunch. If we use the argument of birth defects to justify killing a child, an infant, well, okay, guess what? You're participating in eugenics. Then you have to ask, well, where does the line stop? Because then, if you could justify any type of unsavory genetics or ethnics to a population, you can pretty much say, well, anyone who is autist is going to die.
Pretty much.
Anyone who is from a certain region of the world is going to die. Anyone who, may be dispositioned to become trans, oh, guess what? They're going to die.
Oh no, let's throw another one out there.
Well,
If you don't have blue hair and blonde eyes, you're gonna
Well,
die.
true. Yeah, of course. But we do have a way to figure out the genetics or possibly the outcome of the child. We're getting to the point where we can actually craft our own interesting kids.
Did
And Tony
Tanya just
kind of-
leave?
Yeah, they laughed.
If it's something I was saying, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make a point.
No, but
To justify
we have
going down that path of
okay. Do you know the modern day creator? She for abortion. She actually is a main pundit of eugenics. She did it in a way that almost decimated the black population in the United States.
talking about
Because
Sanger.
realistically, yeah, unfortunately, if you look at the statistics, yeah, abortion is down by a major, but unfortunately for those who are people of color, especially blacks, they have the highest percentage of abortion rates than any other outside of the when we look at the other people who are justifiably white, that includes whites and Asians, they're the lowest. And the people who happen to be in the middle are Hispanics and anybody else of questionable origins.
I know it's something that some people it's
wanted-
uncomfortable to hear, but quite honestly, again, if you start going down that road of justifying what is eligible for termination,
Yeah.
you're participating in eugenics.
And
Yeah.
I would say that we have to be very careful with once we head to that road. That's why I say, for me, don't know about anybody else, but for me, you have 2 weeks. After that,
We
have to
were
have
on
a new
the time out, road. We were on the street corner of that road.
No,
We were
like
there.
I said, after that, those 2 weeks are done, then we have to have a really good conversation because now we have life, an actual, official, growing life that
And-
has
and-
brainwaves and everything else. Beforehand, you were
And-
talking about a group of cells. This is the argument that group has. Oh, there's just a bunch of cells. Yeah, in the first 2 weeks. But the moment
And then-
you pass that,
Go
now
ahead.
you've got a new problem.
Well, all right. Well, no, you
And then,
can't be
and
good.
then I
you
heard the
time
argument
out.
of sustainability, and the greatest argument I've heard recently thus far of the life of the baby needs to be sustainable outside, needs to be sustainable. It's like, okay, well, if you
Well,
just
time
give
out.
birth to a 9-month-old baby, without help, that baby is going to die. So there
Right.
is the nurturing and there is the caregiver aspect of it too.
And that
It still is
happens at
dependent upon the
conception.
mother.
Well,
That happens at conception.
Yes, it can lead to. Look, one, it can lead to it, but unfortunately, the body will reject it within the first 2 weeks. Naturally, the body will reject it in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, and that's what the hormones and stuff like that.
And that's why I kind of go, okay, no problem. In the first 2 weeks, I'm cool with this. Yeah, it's a little dicey, but still, once we get to the earlier stages of gestation where it's already latched on and now you've got to find a way to fight it loose, then you kind of, okay, now we've got a new problem here.
Yeah, well, and I can agree with that one, Rogue. I really can.
I get it.
That's the whole point of the Plan B pill.
No,
I mean-
and I'm also looking at Man Squatch. Everything in the group is a group of cells. Yes, cancer is a group of cells.
Well, okay,
we get rid of cancer eventually.
Well, not only that. If this is the argument we had to go down on, and this is the argument, and
cancer doesn't develop into a human baby.
No,
It doesn't develop a consciousness.
it
All right,
depends.
I'm gonna
It depends. And time out.
Get yourself something to eat.
Well, I'm not gonna argue it because it is fiction, but read Battle Angel Alita. There you go.
Yeah.
Because Alita was actually a tumor, so.
No, I get it, but it's almost.
But that's fiction. That's
impossible.
fiction.
Yeah, I know, but it's almost or nigh impossible for a cancer cell to actually form into a living organism. At the moment, we don't know. After a bit of manipulation, a few other things, it might actually be possible to actually have a cancer cell to become sentient.
And the point I'm trying to get at is like, okay, look, if we're gonna have now we're gonna argue that fact. Okay, then what are we gonna classify as life out in space? Because technically, we
Yeah,
do
then
classify.
again,
We
too,
do.
yeah.
We do classify single cell organisms,
Yeah, I
bacteria,
know.
amoebas, and stuff like that. Yes, they do have a higher function than what regular like plant cell or human cell does have. But technically, they are still made up of the exact same thing.
Same
So,
thing, group of cells.
if we are going to have this discussion, well, we can no longer say, okay, we found these bacteria in space. We found life in space. No, we did not find life in space then.
Well, again, I never did like the idea of, oh, we found bacteria in space. There's life out there. No, there really isn't.
Yeah, well,
Life requires a degree of consciousness or a degree of methodology, and unfortunately, bacteria can be found anywhere. It could be found in the bottom of the ocean where there's no possibility of any life to be actually formed to the vacuum of space.
And this comes back down to what we were talking about earlier with you and Vlad. It depends on what your definition of life is.
Correct. And that's what, again, this is what we have to have that discussion.
Yes.
First 2 weeks is like, where are we sitting with that? And unfortunately for the folks on the left, they're not willing to have that discussion.
Yeah, no,
they want to terminate even after the kid is born. Yeah, they want to be able to terminate the kid after it's born.
Yeah, no, and terminate you. But no, and I am kind of sad that Tanya left because I wanted them to answer.
I kind of have an idea of why they left because again, it might be a feeling of they're being attacked or something. I'm not going to say that is the actual case, but it does, like I said, feeling of. It could.
I didn't want to make them feel like they were attacked. I just want to clarify my basis and my stance of why I put that tweet out there. It was not an argument for everything else. It was basically, it's irony.
It is, but I think the ISO would have been on Penn's end of things because after Penn mentioned that we are kind of going into the area of eugenics and what does it prevent somebody from killing a trans individual? Yeah, that does hit a hot button there because that's their identity for the most part. They are trans, so I get it. Look, I'm a mixed kid. What prevented my mother from aborting me?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like it's like anyone who's for pro-choice, you got to look at the whole fucking subject line of the fact of what if it was you, and that's pro-life is one thing. It's like you really can't have a discussion or argument with anyone who's pro-life because I mean the only argument that you can have with them is like the mom's life's in danger. That is like the only argument you can have with a pro-life.
There are a couple other arguments to deal with outside of the parent or the mother's life being a danger. Okay, what happens if they can't afford said child? Where do we go from here? Are you willing to help out to stabilize the economy of this child until they become a functional human being? Even if they don't become a functional human being, are we okay with this going forward?
We're okay taking care of other countries' kids that come here from
it comes down to but again, when it comes back to our back doors, we say no, get you fucking self a job. But when it comes down to somebody else's, garden and gate, we're like, oh, no problem, we'll help you out. Here's money.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? I mean, every first world nation always has the same fucking outcome, always has that same kind of opinion. Yeah. Everybody else here, millions of you who are suffering in the fuck it. You're just a bunch of no good deadbeats who just don't know how to get good. Those guys in Africa, they need our help. Why?
Yeah, and that's what it's kind of. One, I don't think we need to help these people in these other countries because if the country's not willing to help them, why in the fuck should we devote our resources to help them? Whenever we're not willing to help people within our own country. Now, when it comes to people in our own country, I'm not saying, okay, give them a welfare check and help them along. No, there needs to be better programs set up to help people who are in bad situations get out of those situations. And that's all that we should be, that's all we should do. So if somebody needs help, help them up. Help them get up. Help them get a set of skills a basic set of skills that they can build on.
Community assistance, whether it be from
Yes,
the
there you
church
go.
or whether it be from a non-profit organization that has no church affiliation whatsoever. I am for communal assistance. Yes. Yes, it could probably go to a governmental assistance if required, but again, that has to be the last point.
Yeah, we don't want to depend on the government, so.
Yeah. The government should be the last point of entrance. It should be the last point of where you go to kind of going, well, we've tried every other organization. The only one that we can possibly go to. Do you think you can help us out with this?
Yeah. Now, and I do understand. There's a lot of people who are in a lot of bad situations. I understand that. It's you got so many billions of fucking people out there. Yes, you're not gonna be able to cover every single nook and cranny, if, ands, buts, hows, and whys.
7+ billion peoples and growing. Jesus fucking
Christ.
Christ.
You're not going to be able to help every single person. That's just a cold fact of reality, and that's how it is. However, a lot of the reasons why, and this pisses off a lot of liberals. This also pisses off a lot of lefties out there whenever I say this and stuff like that. It's like there are a lot of fucking lazy people out there that want free handouts.
Yep.
And that is the main issue with today's society. There's too many fucking lazy people out there that don't want to take responsibility for themselves and help be a productive member of society. We need to stem that. We need to curb that. Now, that is just a little tough love that is needed for those individuals. They don't need help. They need slapped in the back of the damn head, go get off your fucking ass, get a fucking job, learn how to balance your budget, learn to live on a fucking budget, and go from there.
Look,
that's all there is to it.
I agree. There are some variances here and there, but if you're able-bodied and sound of mind, you should be able to get some form of work, whether it be a high-income grossing job or not. This is where I have issues with the minimum wage aspect of it. Minimum wage is good as an entry fee portion of it, but if that's the only source of job going forward, giving somebody a $15 an hour minimum wage job just doesn't promote somebody to get out of that early stage of career to move themselves into a higher stage career.
Yeah. Now, and fuck, we've had this conversation before a couple years ago on this channel, but it's like it goes like this: like flipping hamburgers should be. Actually, I think $7 an hour is a little too much for flipping hamburgers. I absolutely, genuinely fucking think that.
I would say it should be a consumer's market for the most part. The industry itself should dictate on how much the value of flipping a burger is. For example, McDonald's, if they view that burger flipper is worth the $20 an hour, then it's up to that McDonald's to sustain it. But if perchance they view it as less than $2 to flip a burger, then guess what? It should be part-time anyways. And
well, yeah, and you got that aspect of it. It's like they're entry-level jobs. They're jobs that any high schooler can go walk at.
It should be for the high schooler in that.
Yes, exactly. You should not be walking out fucking McDonald's if you're 30 fucking years old flipping hamburgers. I'm sorry. But it comes to like this. It's like one of the arguments I've seen online is like, oh, well, a 16-year-old is only making like minimum wage and can support and survive on the survive. And it's like, wait a second. If there's a 16-year-old, technically they should still be living with mom and dad. And they're still living with mom and dad. Why are they having to work to sustain themselves? Something seems wrong there. It's not a fact of, they need more money. It's a fact of there's something wrong in the family household.
We need more details.
Yeah, that's yeah, and that was my point. And oh god, it pissed a lot of fucking people off. It's like, I don't care. It's like,
well, you have a chance of pissing a lot of people off quite
I
easily.
piss a lot of people off all the time for my views,
I know.
but you know what?
So
It is
do
what
I,
it is.
but
But it's like it's like one of my friends. She's I went to school with her and stuff like that, and she was pissed off because she is a nurse. She is an assistant nursing aide, and she is pissed off because she doesn't get paid as much as a nurse. It's like, one, you just graduated from the field that you're going to about a year to 2 years ago. Two, you're not a nurse's assistant. You're a nurse aide. Actually, you're not even a nurse's aide. You're an assistant nurse's aide. You are lowest point on that fucking totem pole there is. It is an entry-level job to a skill-type career.
weren't they originally called candy stripers at one time?
I don't know what they were called, but she was bitching for the fact that she was making $14 an hour and the head nurse was making about $28 an hour.
Yeah, well,
And it's like, you got to work your way up to there. It's like, you got to work your way up from there. It's like, fuck. I started out as a mechanic in high school. I was a I know, in my fucking ordeal, and this is why I look at her and everyone else that went to school up. You're fucking entitled and you're a fucking dumbass. It's like, look, when I was in high school, I went to high school in the morning. I went to Votech in the evenings for 1 day a week. Actually, no, not 1 day a week. I went to, high school in the mornings, Votech in the evening, go out of Votech around 3 o'clock, and then when I saw my OJT was the last half of my senior year. So from January to May of 2007, before I graduated, I was not only going to school, going to Votech, I was also working a 8-hour-a-day job at a shop for OJT for my mechanics for Votech while I was majoring in. And I did that for 6 fucking months. And I think the most I got paid was $9 an hour as a fucking mechanic. And I was, putting a full day of school, full day at work, getting very minimum sleep, doing that for fucking 6 months. You know what? From there, I worked my way up. Now, I'm making upwards around in the high 30s or something. I'm not going to go into specifics. But yeah, I make around in the high 30s for what I do.
Sparky's flaunting his dollars.
But hey, no. It took me 15 years to get to this point.
Over $30 an hour, and plus he has 2 houses, people. 2.
Oh, living the good life, huh, Sparky?
I know. I mean,
hey, time out. I'm not flaunting it because nothing I have was given to me. I've earned it. I want more.
Nobody's saying. Nobody's saying. Yeah, no.
I know.
Nobody's saying that what you have was given to you.
I know what Bo's doing, so it's all good. But that's the thing. That's because I get told by a lot of people, it's like, oh well, you got a good job, you got a good life, you got everything given to you. Bullshit. No, I worked my ass off for my job. I worked my ass off for everything I own and I have. And I still manage, I still balance my budgets, I still go by a fucking budget every month. I know this is how much money I gotta spend, I know this are the bills I gotta fucking pay, this is the amount of money I get in, depending on how much overtime or whatever I work at my job. And I go from there. If I have anything extra, that's a luxury. If I don't have anything extra, well, guess what? I'm tied up around the belt right now because I got other things I need to take care of. I just don't go out and buy fucking Adidas or gold chains or everyone else wants to do. It's like one of my friends pissed me off. Oh, well, I'm only making $10 an hour and I have a house and I have a kid and my husband works and we can't get ahead. And it's like, wait a minute. If that's the point, why in the fuck 2 weeks ago you said you were getting a $600 fucking tattoo?
Yeah, a lot of people don't really know how to.
That's everyone. That is everyone that I know.
No, I get it. I mean, and again, the whole idea of why I was riffing on it was because of the factor that budget is required and taking a degree of seems like we're running back to the same thing, taking a degree of responsibilities for the actions that we choose.
Yep,
I agree.
Anyways,
with that.
Tanya, I'm glad you're back. Sorry I didn't. If you left because you feel like you were getting dogpiled on, I'm sorry.
It wasn't so much as being dogpiled, more as in not really getting a chance to respond. Plus, I'll be honest with you. I know I responded to you on Twitter like a week ago, but I'm tired of the abortion debate. Like, honestly,
No.
I'm just tired of it.
No. Honestly, at the end of the day, you could have just said something like that, and we could have.
Yeah,
moved on.
there you go. It just seemed like when you came at me, it's like it pissed me off. One, because your account's privated.
There, buddy.
Yeah, well, your account's privated, so I can't, I couldn't retweet it. I couldn't copy the link.
Well, yeah. There's a specific. Hold on. There's a specific reason why my account is locked. I can't really go into it now. But
that's because they probably got docs. And
whatever.
You know what? Hold on. Rogue is right. Rogue is right.
No, hang on. And they probably have some interesting naughty pictures that I didn't get a chance to see yet.
Well, no, you were right about me being doxxed, not the other part.
I have to add in the extra joke if I don't get a chance to actually. It just the factor that the degree of honesty, and then you have to add in a degree of assertiveness.
Rogue, I missed you. Okay, like I
well, we missed you too.
I have that effect on people. I'm like a plague. I linger for a period of time.
You're like a bad fart.
And then all of a sudden you kind of go, God, that was a very enjoyable plague. What happened to it?
You're like a bad fart that lingers.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, it's like I have to wonder, like, what happened to Rogue? Like, where is he? Then then all of a sudden
he's been around. Just everyone in the Discord got yeeted. I'm glad you're back.
My Discord got yeeted twice. It's fine. I grew. I learned from my mistakes. No, I didn't.
He chewed some ass. He kicked some bubble gum. Now he's back.
Yeah. I ran out of bubble gum, but I wanted to kick a lot of asses, and here we are.
No,
my ass is back in the seat and in charge. Yeah.
Well, not on this stream, man.
Chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
All right, but I wanted to kind of make that clarification because I know that conversation kind of really abruptly ended, especially after what I said. I just wanted to make sure you knew it's like that wasn't trying to spark any kind of debate or anything like that. It's just irony. That's the only reason why I posted it. So, I had you and like 3 or 4 other people respond to me, and you gotta look at it like this. Whenever I respond to people and I do stuff on Twitter, I make sure I'm known and I'm loud about it. I don't hide away in somebody else's Twitter thread. I don't verbalize stuff that happens in someone else's Twitter. If I respond to a Twitter thread, I'm retweeting it and I'm putting my response out there to be seen.
He's coming at you, Handy.
Right. But but Rogue already told you why I have my account locked.
Oh, I know.
No, it's not because of pictures.
I know.
No, it's because of sexy images that came out. Okay. Well,
but again, but you will have to admit that if you do add the extra, sexy pictures, and that does give more people kind of go, whoa, what kind of sexy pictures were they?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, you know what? Fine, that's fine.
Docs is like, and okay, you got docs, and unfortunately for a lot of people out there, some have experienced in the whole doxing thing, some haven't. I come from a generation where you kept your shit private. Now,
unfortunately, I trusted the wrong people who I thought were friends. My mistake.
Well, again, those are learning lessons, and now you have to recover from those mistakes.
And I'll say a little bit about that too. And I know there's people in my Discord. Fuck, Tyler's one of them. I know Rogue is kind of one. I know on the line he doesn't really care. It's all right, whatever. But it's like for me, if somebody comes out and they say they gotta dox me, like. This happened with a couple people I've known that came out and said, "Oh, well, we're gonna dox you." Here's what I do: I screen cap the conversation and I post it up publicly, and it's like, "Do it, bitch! I will give you $100 if you can do it."
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the doxing happened offline, like off whatever. The background.
No, you were offline, and it happened unbeknownst to you because you couldn't get in front of the actual event. Now, what you can do is what you do now, which is turn things off, block a few things,
Well-
or
Yeah.
you can take a Mr. Medico approach and kind of going, well, they think they
It's
found
funny.
it, but it's fine. I'll make fun of myself. Oh, it was always because of the dirty pictures and that they were jealous because of my hot body and that, so they had no other choice but to die.
Well, it's
I mean,
it's
from what I
it's
hear, hold on. From what I hear, Mr. Medical actually does have a hot body.
But again, these are things that you could use, and for honestly,
yeah, it's called
know,
cancer.
We still know the least amount of Jim, even though we know a lot about Jim.
Yeah, which is an
Which
odd thing
is-
to say, right?
you know-
Because his docs is out there, and he kind of confirmed that's actually him. You know what I mean?
Actually, no, he didn't confirm.
He is confirmed. Well, he has confirmed and non-confirmed because he's kind of like in the middle of the ground kind of thing. It's like, yeah, that's me, and yeah, I've been docked a few times, and yeah, that information is out there. But what are you going to do with it? I've already made fun of it.
Yeah.
The point is that the information that people have on you only has as much power as you give them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Say,
true, I
say,
agree.
say, for instance,
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they have something on you that you're afraid of getting, if you're afraid being out there, now they wield power over you. If it happens to come out there, and in Jim's case, you make fun of it, or in look, what's this? We have a Florida representative, Madison Cawthorn, whom they're doing this shit to now. Oh, here's pictures from your past where you're at a party wearing lingerie, or you're, by their words, groping a male staffer.
Uh-huh.
It's like, he's like, you're okay, and you're trying to.
The staffer enjoyed it. He keeps responding
Like I really,
to me in the DM.
I really want to go into more detail, but we're live.
No, I
well, it's
get
all
it,
good.
but
You
again,
can
this
go
is-
into detail later on, but
You can
it's
go-
like
look,
this.
It's your choice on what kind of details that you want to give. If you don't want to give out all the deets, then don't give out the deets. It's your
yeah.
option going forward, okay? But do keep in mind, when you do come to the final conclusion of what you want to do, you have to make sure you come at it at 100%. No rearing back, and you have to make sure that you go a little above and beyond the believability of what the actual information is out there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like this. I know Medica Filmbot. I don't know how, and Vlad pretty much said that he's seen this picture out there too, and I don't know how. But it's like, for me, I think it was on my Facebook, I posted a picture of this card right here, which is my Cherokee ID card.
Uh-huh.
And I know it's legit and it's real because, one, I'm the one who took the picture, and two, I'm the one who put it on Facebook. My Facebook is tied to my actual profile in my account, so I really don't care. But it got to a point, it's like, when the whole Tonkasaw bullshit happened, Medica Filmbot showed me a redacted version of my Cherokee ID card. It's like, look at what I got. And it's like, yeah, what you gotta do if it posted, bitch? Had not been posted yet.
Wait, hold on. Were you fighting with Medica Fembot, or she, like,
She came at me.
The problem,
She or he came at me.
The problem with the divisive groups, the extremes, it's not the factor that they've decided to go out of the way to cause harm, but they're also causing harm to the IP that they founded towards. For
Yeah, well, it's all
Medica
because
is an IP. Tonkasaw is an IP.
Yeah, it's all because I talked to Tonka. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason. And now I got
Wait,
showcase with that.
Wait. So, okay, so what did you talk to Tonka about? Just say hi, how you doing, hello? Because
Actually,
it seems really,
that's actually what happened. Actually,
Yeah.
because it
it's
seems really
showcase.
weird. It seems really weird. She would go after you just for saying hi to somebody.
Time out. No. Hang on. Let me tell the story real quick, please. So here's what ended up happening, and Rogue's rolling his eyes back, like, God, here we go again.
No, I was gonna kind of go on the whole process of there are certain extreme people that on either side. For example, you can have somebody who's pro Tonka and who's going to go out of the way to cause as much damage to the other side before they do the damage to them.
Yeah.
There's like an independent war that's happening that doesn't really exist
Now,
by the actual two people.
yeah. Now, I wasn't pro Tonka, and I'm not anti Tonka. And the whole thing happened one day, and this was about 2019. This happened about a month or two after my house got flooded, and I was in the process of finding this house I'm in now. Now, out of the blue, a person by the name of Waterjabbers came out and was issuing, I guess you could say it's kind of invitations to come talk to Tonka. And what ended up happening was Doc Griffin had a overnight stream, and he still does. It's not as active as he was. But they started going on about the whole Tonka versus Andy Worski bullshit and making fun of it. Well, I was making fun of it too, for the simple fact of I think it's absolutely fucking stupid for two people online to get together and have a fight because of a disagreement. Because they don't like each other.
I definitely agree.
So my whole stance was they're both fucking idiots. And that was my whole stance. Now, I was on these streams where they were talking about it. I never really said anything about it. I never really done anything about it. And never confirmed a stance or anything like that. It's like, I don't mind Tonka. I don't mind Andy Worski. I just think they're both complete fucking idiots online. And that's as far as it went. Well, after this went on and Doc kept pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get Tonka on to talk to him. Tonka didn't want to talk to him. Waterjabbers finally put out a statement to everyone that was on that stream and everyone that was talking shit. It's like, hey, if you want to talk to Tonka, if you have an issue with him, how about you come say it to his face? And I was one of the people that I got invited to do this with. Okay, fine. So I take the invitation, I go in, and I talk to him. And I spend 8 hours, 9 hours talking to him. The first hour to 2 hours...
Christ.
No, the first hour to 2 hours, and by the way, there's like 30 invitations sent out. I was the only one that took the invitation.
Wow.
So it was an intense conversation for like an hour to 2 hours of it. You know, me and him just kind of going back at each other, and some allegations came thrown around by them, and it's like, no, that wasn't me. No, I wasn't a part of this. No, I'm not this person. No, I'm not that person. And then it finally came around and it started calming down, and we started bullshitting about video games and shows and all that good stuff. And we had quite a cordial discussion about Godzilla, because Godzilla is one of Tonka's favorite kaiju monsters.
Well,
and
I mean, realistically, he's from a generation that's kind of standard.
Yeah,
monster.
But anyways, that's how this whole conversation went. Nothing else happened after that. Unbeknownst to me, though, one of my co-hosts at the time, because I was doing a show with Antoine the Great and Anti-Hero called Caffeinated or Die on Sundays on Antoine's show. That's what this show stems from, is kind of a rebranded version of that.
Yeah, but
for reasons, because this was the end of that. But unbeknownst to me, Anti-Hero found out that Waterjabber was given these invitations, and he was one of the ones that gave this invitation. Well, Anti-Hero, being the hot-headed loudmouth that he always was, puts an announcement out on the channel, or not the channel, but on Twitter, saying, hey, me and my co-host have a Sunday show. If Tonka wants to talk, he can come on and talk with us there and get thoroughly verbally whiplashed by me as I belittle and degrade his ass as he deserves. I didn't know this happened. I'm in the Discord talking at this time. Now, after we get done talking, the next day comes, and I still didn't know this happened. And I go back in to kind of talk to him again, and then I kind of get sideswiped with, hey, what's this about? And I get shown the tweet. I'm like, oh, shit. And they just look, it's like, well, why are you shitting about? It's like, well, pretty much you're asking me about this, and I can only think of one way. And it's like, you guys pretty much already know what show he's talking about. It's like, yes, we do. You're a part of that show. And it's like, yes, I am part of that show. I'm not gonna stand up for him. I'm not gonna defend him. He opened up his mouth. He can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically how it went. Now, little side story about me and Anti-Hero. We're not friends, and we wasn't friends at this time. He tried dragging me on a stream to belittle and degrade me over a private DM conversation, or group DM conversation that we had about blocking. He always wants to call people little bitches and say that they lost an argument whenever they block them. And it's like, that's a really stupid fucking tactic to do, and it's really fucking immature. And that was my stance on it, and I called him out on it. So what does he do? He's got to try to drag me on stream with my other co-host to try to belittle and degrade me. And I didn't want to have the conversation. Antoine convinced me into having it, and it's like, fine, whatever. Well, I'm kind of busy at the moment. And it's like, well, you can't be that fucking busy. Let's get on stream and fucking do this. And that's what Anti-Hero said. We got on stream and we did this, and about 2 hours in, it's like, look, I don't fucking care anymore. We are not friends. I will quit the show. It's whatever. And this was like 3 months before this whole interaction with Tonka. And it was one of those hot subject deals because at the time that this was happening, my house was flooding.
Oof.
My house was surrounded on all sides with water. As this was happening, instead of taking the time to try to move shit out, I was doing this bullshit because Anti-Hero had a fucking bug up his ass, and he wanted to fucking embarrass me on
Did you
live.
tell them? Well, did you tell them you were dealing with real world shit?
No, he didn't care.
Well, unfortunately, you'll have people that just really don't care because
Yeah, he didn't care.
your real world shit.
He wanted to destroy me.
Does not matter. It's their real world shit.
So and per quote, because this is still live on stream. Actually, it's privated, but I still got the video. But quote, and I'll get this out one of these days. But quote to him, I am going to laugh at your turmoil and your sad. I will take enjoyment in belittling you. Those were the words that he said to me on stream. Now, afterwards, I quit for about a week or two. Antoine convinced me to come back, so I was like, whatever. I'll come back because of you, Antoine. I'm not coming back because of Anti-Hero. I don't like Anti-Hero. I can't stand Anti-Hero. And I'm not going to defend Anti-Hero. So here I am later on. A day after the conversation me and Tonka had, Anti-Hero put this up there. It's like, okay then. I was like, well, I'm not going to defend him. And if he wants you to come on stream and talk to him, well, I guess come on stream and talk to him. Well, the show came up. And everyone in Tonka's Discord was waiting for the show. They all jumped into the comments. They wanted to see what happened because Anti-Hero opened his fucking mouth.
Of course he did.
Well, and I knew what was going on. I knew they wanted to come on. And at that point, too, it's like, well, he also invited him and started talking shit about him. And he kept talking and kept bad-mouthing him, kept talking shit and chat. And he got to the point, it's like, well, let's let him on. It's like, oh, no. He can give me his Twitter, and I'll send him the link on his Twitter. Well, Tonka didn't have a Twitter. He had Discord, but he had no way to send it to him. Oh, well, I guess Tonka doesn't want to come on, so he just wants to back down from fights like he always does. So...
Did you say Tanya?
Tonka.
Okay, that's what I heard.
Tonka's got to back down from fights like he usually does.
You do have to remember that Sparky does come with a lisp, and sometimes those T's and A's kind of get confused.
That's fine.
Anyways,
that's fine. I was like,
wait, and that's yeah, and that's how this whole plan happened. And then finally, I get messaged in the Discord, Tonka saying, "Hey, give me the link. I want on." All right, then fine. Well, I don't just give him the link. And this is in a group conversation with me, Antoine, and Anti-Hero. And I sent him a message like, hey, I'm in Tonka's Discord. I've been in Tonka's Discord for a week.
So where does Medicare bots come in?
It comes in later on, but this is how it all started. Anyways, Tonka wants on. Can I give him the link? And Antoine goes, sure, go ahead. So it's not like I sprung this on him, and it's not like I surprised him. I gave him the link. Well, I knew what's going to happen. Anti-Hero's opening his mouth. He can't fucking deal with a conversation with Tonka because it would devolve down into a yelling match. Tonka would be cool about it, and it's going to be a shit show. So I went to go pop some popcorn. I popped popcorn. Took me 2 minutes to pop it. Got a bowl. Poured the popcorn in the bowl. Came back in the chair. Popcorn. Turned my camera on. And then Tonka came in. And then, yeah. And Hero got the ever-living shit fucking embarrassed out of himself.
Yeah, and then Popcorn Gate happened, and then
Popcorn.
many
Popcorn.
months later,
Popcorn
Yeah.
Gate. What the
Yes.
fuck?
No. So this is how it happened. So after the whole deal, I started getting a lot of hate from a lot of people. I actually started getting some death threats from people I don't even know. So whether they're bot accounts or just troll accounts, whatever. I made a statement up on my Twitter. It's like, look, I don't care. I don't care about this. That I didn't care about anything that happened. And then Anti-Hero came at me sideways on Twitter, saying that I coordinated this whole deal and I entrapped him into this situation. And then many streams came up, streams on Adonis Paul's side, Doc Griffin's, and a couple other channels of how I betrayed my friend and my co-host, and I threw him to the wolves to Tonka. And it's like, that dumb fuck invited him on. But because of the fact I had popcorn, this had to have been planned out for like 2 or 3 months because there was bad blood between me and Anti-Hero. And Medical Filmbot was one of the ones that came at me. Because that little shit hangs around with Adonis Paul and a couple other people. And that's one of the things that got brought up to me was, hey, look at what I got. It's like, and what you gotta do with it? And it's one of those orthodox things. Because I talked to Tonka. And that's exactly how it came down to.
At the end of the day, he ended up having to deal with a Medicare spur based off of eating popcorn. Just think about that. That is crux.
I mean, you know what? I've had nothing but good interactions with her. In fact, I honestly believed that she was actually Jade, right? That she was actually Medica's girlfriend, just with a Twitter account. But no, she was just a fan.
Man, no, Medica Finbach is a fucking spug on the internet that likes to fanboy and go to whatever fucking hot drama topic there is to kind of leech off them for fucking views, and that's all that they do.
Yeah.
And if you don't agree with that person, they are your enemy, and she will try her damnedest to either flag you, make parody accounts of you, or try to embarrass you off the fucking internet. That is my own personal reactions.
Why can't we humans overcome tribalism? Like, Jesus Christ.
That's because of our deep-rooted Neanderthal-like mentality of groups. We always forever will have an in-group and an out-group, and if you're not part of the tribe, you're the enemy of the tribe.
Basically.
Yeah. But that's my... Hell, I even had Adonis Paul come onto one of my live streams to try to fucking corner me into getting information about Tonka or trying to goat me into saying something that they could later use against me on my own stream.
Yeah, I mean,
and it was a coordinated effort between him, Trippy Poop, Medical Filmbots, and a couple Unknown Archive, and there's a couple other ones.
There's always going to be people, like I said before, who are part of it, extreme members of those tribes, and they're going to go out of the way to do as much damage to the opposite side before the opposite side could do the damage to them. It's an inevitability. It's always going to be that. But when it comes back down to it, it comes back to the same expression or the same kind of mentality that Medicare and myself seem to be having to a point, that you really don't have a lot of friends on the internet. You have acquaintances or you have people that you'll hang out with, but being extra friendly and actually go out of your way to spend quality time with them, that's a rare thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you kind of already know through a past discussion. I do believe I found that, but of course lost it. but that's neither here nor there. Rogue. Like, we talked about this before.
Yeah,
Well,
of course. And
it is what it is, and shit does happen, and you will migrate between different groups online until you can find the right clique that fits with you. That's one of the reasons why I've made my channel, my Discord the way it is. Hell, this is the reason why I made a live stream the way it is. It's a open form factor discussion. Anyone is able to come in and talk, whether if you're some random that's never been in the fucking Discord before. You're more than glad to come on and talk. It's not going to be a dog pile fest, and it's not going to be relegated to one subject or another. We're completely open around here, and that's how I do it.
Apparently, Tyrone Moonhopper remembers me, but I don't remember him or them.
He probably remembers you because we made some jokes about Tanya the Evil's in the Discord, and we were doing Tanya the Evil shows. Which, I mean, it's and you gotta remember too, Tyro is autistic and he remembers everything. Even though he might be a grasshopper, he has much greater of a memory span than a grasshopper.
Here's a fun fact. Lore for you there, Wesley. Lore for you. I, at a young age, had a pet grasshopper.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Did you name it Tyro?
No. Anyways, apparently, I don't know how the grasshopper escaped its cage. Back in the day, you were able to get certain pets and certain animals. If you go to like Chinatown or whatever, they used to give out crickets and grasshoppers and that during special events and seasons and that kind of stuff. So I was granted and gifted the grasshopper. Grasshopper was kind of cool for the most part, but yet slightly annoying because at night it would do its chirping thing and day would be kind of fun and exciting. But unbeknownst to me, young rogue, a grasshopper somehow escaped its cage and disappeared inside the house. And every night,
in the walls, chirp, 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 chirp.
Every night we'd be able to hear it, but not know exactly where it was. And I was like, never again. Never.
He's watching sleeping rogue.
Can you even form bonds with? Can you form a bond with a pet grasshopper?
You could. Look. You can form bonds with mold. Human beings are you can form a bond over mold. Yes, it is possible. Look, human beings are a strange creature that can bond to just about anything.
You know, you can form bonds over vehicles. Look at Bo Duke and the General.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, I was going to go even further on that one there, Sparky. Some men really get heavily engrossed with their vehicle to a point where that exhaust pipe becomes something extra.
Oh god. Okay, wow. I really okay. I really hope they wear a condom. Otherwise, that's gonna hurt. Then again,
what the fuck are you talking about?
It all depends on how big the girth is and if they have to stack it with something. It all depends, man. It all depends.
Jesus
but
Christ.
like how would they...
Go ahead.
No. I just how would you even fuck the how would they even fuck the exhaust? Get on the.
Look,
I'm trying to figure out.
I wasn't there taking notes or taking pictures or asking about any other information on top of that, but I've heard that there's people out there that do that kind of thing. And I'm
I know there's people out there that do that, but you're gonna wonder how. Like, do they just suck it up? Like,
hey,
let me check.
I get it.
Hey,
but
you talking about? You want to know how? You want to know how? Watch American Pie.
That's a good one. But somebody kind of convinced the guy that if you fucked a pie, it feels the same as a woman. But still, a warm apple pie. He was lucky it wasn't fresh out of the oven. Otherwise, he'd have a few ointments to actually have to put on that thing and a lot of scarring to go with. But at the end of the day, psychologically speaking, children and adults have the ability to bond to just about anything under the right temperament.
Yeah, which fascinates me. Like it's weird. It's weird. Like I don't know. It is interesting how we can form bonds, but it's not just us, right? Because because there have been there have been other animals
Yeah,
who
we do have other species that are related to us, or we're related to them, that have the same kind of bonding. So the majority, when it comes
Apes
down
and
to,
rats.
well, no,
Apes and rats.
some horses, some rats, some bats. So mammals in general have a deep-rooted psychology or psyche when it comes down to those that have a bonding habit. For example, if you have to work together as a complete community in order to survive, that creates a bonding habit.
yeah.
And
But the point I'm making is that cats can bond with dogs and
yeah,
believe themselves to be dogs. Dogs can bond with cats and believe themselves to be cats, and all other
yeah,
crazy
and there
things.
again, there are
Time
mammals with
out.
a bonding
My
habit.
Yeah.
my dog has never hung out with cats, and it acts like a fucking cat. So
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
now some would argue that
Cat
there's
in a Chance is a cat in a dog's body.
some would
Oh, no.
argue that in some cases that could be a sign of reincarnation. Again, the personality of a being that has once lived a very long and statured life has fallen into the sub-habits of what it used to do yesteryears, when it was sentient in a different time period. Now, others would kind of argue that it's nature over nurture. Others will argue that nature is just a funny beast. It's very fickle. It has certain things that is required for it to exist. Others say that nature is very chaotic, and you can never know exactly what nature is thinking at any given time, because at one moment this mountain lion that's supposed to eat you is now having fun with you, licking your face, and you're the besties.
yeah, that
It
is
is just
crazy.
you. So it is some of those. It is a thing that we are having a struggle to come to an actual conclusion or a proper answer. Not only with the one group saying that these things are non-existent and it's man-made, and another group kind of going, no, but if you actually look at the data or look at these scenarios, these assumed man-made situations aren't really man-made. It's a case of act of God, if you want to call it that. And then
Well-
there's another group going, there is no God involved in anything. And it's like, okay, wait, hold up, guys.
Well, all right. So it's like this. A lot of people say that like oil drilling.
No, Sparky, but you have a person that ended up having some really interesting handwriting.
Yeah, they got
What?
revenge. They have, I don't know what the name is. It's like something from like I don't know, Middle
I'm
East.
guessing Islamic.
That's what I mean.
might be wrong.
It looks like Islamic, but it's whatever.
It
Let
could
me
be Indian.
let me segue the topic.
No, sorry.
Like one thing a lot of people say is man-made is like fossil fuels. Oh, it's a man-made. No, it's not. It's pumped from the ground.
Wait, who the
It
fuck
caused
says that
naturally.
fossil fuels? Who the fuck says that fossil fuels are man-made?
A lot of people.
There are quite a few people
Oh my-
on that
wow,
extremes that, and again, this is the argument of the extreme. There are some people on that extreme that that believe wholeheartedly that we've made these fuels. Even
Well,
though
and
we
it comes
punched
like
a
this.
hole in the ground and or found it oozing out from the ground. And
Well, it's like this. It's like this. And it's like a lot of people say, "Oh, we burn fossil fuels and pollutes the atmosphere." Yeah, a volcano erupts and pollutes the fucking atmosphere even more. What a man can fucking do in a year's time. Yeah, natural things happen. Natural things are not kind to itself. Same with like fossil fuels, because I see the whole fucking arguments of, oh, you know, like the Exxon Valdez wrecked and polluted the oceans. Yeah, is there any mention of like these several fucking fissures in the sea floor that's slowly dripping and oozing fucking crude oil from the depths that's naturally fucking occurring?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, no, they're again. That's when this is why you have to be careful with the extreme arguments and try to get yourself down to the middle ground if you can, and try to.
That's what I honestly tried to do myself. like you know what I mean, trying to find the middle ground because because that middle ground is there. You're just gonna find it. Then of course people accuse you of being a centrist, which okay, if
I'm fine
trying
with
to
that.
find if which okay, if trying to find the middle ground makes me a centrist, then all right.
I just simply go, it's whatever makes you help sleep at night.
Yeah, cool. I'm good with that. Whatever you want to label me, go for it. But
It's like if you
doesn't
can't,
change
if
the
you,
fact
it's
that
like
I'm trying to find a commonality.
Well, it doesn't change the fact of if you're coming out and calling me a centrist because I'm putting out an argument that you cannot argue, it means your argument is fucking weak.
Well, that and you have to get good scrap. You have to learn how to
get good scrub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But and that's why I found it interesting with like all the fucking debates and shit like that on different topics and all that.
Well, I mean,
anyways,
that's beautiful. Actually, that's the beautiful thing I like about the debates, especially when the extreme lefties come up and kind of go, well, that's not fair when you use these statistics and that, but there's other statistics that go along with that statistics that say that we're actually doing good. Well, that's when you're supposed to argue the point. Be giving you the open door, and you decided not to go through the open door.
You decided you want to make a door through the walls. No.
Like we can actually say that yes, the democratic states, there's a good core of them that have caused a lot of harm to their citizens now. But there's also a good core of democratic states that have been very beneficial towards their citizens now. So it's like we, as a debater, are not going to give you all those details. We're going to give you enough details for you to be swung to our side of the conversation. That's the idea of the debate. It is an argument to get you, the viewer, you, the listener, to choose a side and who is right and who is wrong.
Yeah,
based on the data and based on the data and what makes the most sense.
And I'm not trying to go back to the abortion debate, but it's like a couple.
You're going to.
No. I'm not going back to it, but I'm just bringing up the fact of like lo-fi.
No, hang on. I was going to take a deep dive on the Cenk Uyghur debate because that is an interesting debate all by itself.
I don't know anything.
What's the Cenk Uyghur debate?
Well, hang on. Let me finish.
Cenk Uyghur has now come out of the woodworks to actually state that Joe Rogan is totally into the transsexuals because he's dated a few and had some quality time with them, even though there's no actual evidence to prove the otherwise. But he's
fucking chaos.
What? So what if Joe Rogan dated trans people? Who gives a shit? What is he supposed to say? Is trans ego supposed to say that? My God, Joe Rogan is against trans people, so that makes him a hypocrite. Like, who gives a shit? Stop.
That is basically
wings
the
of
debate argument. He is trying to go on to that.
That's like saying the whole fucking rings of adoption things. Oh my God, he did something vile and disgusting. What did he do? Oh, he made fun of his sister's body odor because she was on her period. Well, you know what? Sometimes women do stink when on the fucking periods.
Yeah. I mean, but again,
so it's like, who fucking cares?
But again, I find it hilarious that Cenk Uyghur is literally dying on the hill of Joe Rogan diddled with a trans. Henceforth, he's harming trans individuals because he's denying the fact that he diddled with a trans individual, even though we have no proof.
But that argument makes no fucking.
That's a straw man argument. That's a straw man.
To the debate, you have to be very good at the debate factor, and unfortunately,
that's a gotcha. That's that
skilled.
Yeah, that's a gotcha. That's not a debate. That's not even fucking anything that needs to be fucking discussed. And even then, what are the fucking receipts? It's like fuck.
Yeah.
I have trans friends. I do.
Well, hang on. Well, so do I. I'm actually dating one. But, unfortunately, some people don't require receipts to believe. You know what I mean? The right, as Rogue said, the right argument, put it in the right way, can make people, believe anything. And there's literally nothing you can do. Literally nothing you can do to prove otherwise. Because the more you try, the more the more
time out, and that's where you don't even try and just go, okay, sheep, come back when you're done grazing in the field. That's how you deal with that. If you cannot have a good, honest debate about something, it don't have it. And you have to center point that debate around a certain topic. That's just the reason why I'm saying I was bringing that whole abortion thing back up. It's like Lo-Fi came at me. And Lo-Fi came at me.
He has
It's
a hard
the latest
time letting go
thing.
of
Time
food.
out.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, he does.
I'm not.
sorry,
I'm
Sparky,
not.
I have to laugh at that.
Hey,
Anyway,
time.
let him do his thing. Let him do
Yeah,
his
okay.
thing.
Am
sorry,
I talking
Sparky.
about you?
What?
I'm not talking about you, Tanya. I'm just simply bringing up.
No. We're
the
just
facts that
having
happen.
fun at your expense. Please continue.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry.
All right. No, it's like the fact of, okay, you want to talk about this one thing, and then once I initiate that one thing, you go around and you throw something else out. And then you turn around and you throw something else out. And you turn around and you throw something else out. Now, I love Lo-Fi to death, but that's trying to, one, get a gotcha moment, and two, that is strawmanning the hell out of something that wasn't even meant to be fucking debated on. And that's what I mean. It's like, there are people out there like that. I love Lo-Fi to death, but unfortunately, she does do that. I do know, like, she does like to do that to kind of troll on people. I know she's probably trolling on me. Cool. Whatever. Cool. I'm gonna call you out for it, though.
Yeah, but when you say when you say you love her to death, is that kind of love like the love that you chase a dinosaur away from her? Which you clearly, freeze yourself in an open body of water in an Arctic area, even though she's on like a
Absurdism.
a door frame or like the lid of a piano,
Rogue.
even though you know that you can scoot yourself on there and the two of you will kind of still exist, but you're willing to just die for her existence. That kind of love. Are we talking about that kind of love there, or are we just talking about something completely different?
I think you're taking the point way too extreme.
That's the point, though.
That is the point. That is.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude, Rogue, I love you. Don't take that the wrong way, but
Oh, but why extreme I'm loving, huh?
You want to, and I'm not a cheap date. I'm just gonna let you know now.
okay. How much? How much? How much?
We'll discuss
A
that
Big
once
Mac?
we see the actual restaurant.
Hey,
First
A Big
dinner, then maybe a movie. Or movie and dinner.
Maybe a good show, and then we'll probably have
Okay.
a decent conversation, and we'll kind of wean ourselves
Alright,
into
now-
something a little bit more of the
now I'm
Yeah,
gonna segue
we-
away.
You know what I know? What I know?
So, alright, now I'm gonna segue
God,
away.
I missed this group. I'll be honest. I
see?
missed.
Oh, you're welcome to stay as long as you want, as long as you don't get kicked
Look,
out by
at
some
the end of the
hacked
day,
rogue
there's a
again.
reason why GNF is created the way it was. It is an open forum. You're able to talk the way how you want to talk. If perchance you have an issue with anybody, you can leave just as fast as you came in. I'm not going to stop you. You're an adult. You can do as you please. I've had that with
Unless Rogue gets hacked.
I'm pronounced to you. If I have no control over that, then fuck it. You're done anyways. But regardless of the factor, I've had Dean Esme, aka Max, whatever he wants to call himself.
Oh my god, I
Come and
missed that
go.
guy.
Come and go as he pleases, and he's come back to our fold for whatever length of stay that he wishes to have. So it
Well,
is.
You
it
haven't,
is what it is.
you
I
haven't chased him
remember-
away yet?
No, hold on.
he
I
hasn't left
remember.
yet.
I remember how insane he got over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just. Oh my god. I still can't get over the fact that like 2016, where Mr. Medicare just beat the shit out of him on stream.
Yeah.
I love that. I just.
Here's the beautiful thing: the two of them pretty much had a slight heart to heart when Medicare was going up against the Honey Badgers, and he's like, "Oh, I remember Dean." He had his points here and there, but realistically, he was easy to troll.
Oh, the honey badgers.
Again,
were-
they have not gone away. They're still around doing the same fucking gimmick and still conning people the same way they did the last time. But I have to kind of look at the pregnancy picture that Sparky has picked up. I would have to say the person on the far right is probably expecting twins.
Wait, where's the image? Where's the image?
He has it up on the
It's an image that's in the Discord, and this is the reason why I wasn't streaming last week. Because Mechanic Tuesday's crew got together. This is a picture of me on the far left, KG in the center, and Starwind on the far right.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out when you had it the way he was. You, KG, and then Starwind, whatever, Tech Talk, whatever.
Well,
He's
the
supposed to
people
have.
on the stream can't see that.
Oh, I get it. That's if they go to your Discord, they'll be able to see the headset.
Yes,
There we
that
go.
means you
Okay,
need
I
to join
see.
the Discord. Now,
Well, I mean,
they
I'm
have-
looking at the stream now and I'm seeing it.
mhm.
Yeah.
But no,
So remember, the one in the middle is Sparky. The one on the either end might be KG. It might be Starwind. No, I'm kidding.
No. Okay. Sparky's to my left,
Yes.
and the other guy is to my right, and I don't know who the hell
The
that
one
is
in
in
the
the middle.
purple is Starwind. The one that's in between the two of them, that
the
is
one in the Botom
very
shirt
happy
is
because
KG.
he might be getting a reach around, or might be being frontaled because they're in front of the police box. You never know. There might be a hidden door where somebody's grabbing him in a particular way. And you can see if you look at it, if you look at the way how they have their arms presented, you see that Starwind, the guy in the purple, he has his hands in the behind him, making sure that the person is not touching his special part. Where you've got KG who has his hands in front of his groin just to make sure that something doesn't move in a peculiar way that might be caught on film. And Sparky just gives a fox.
Okay, well,
As
so
usual, Gem X, the rogue being rogue.
I mean, I thought
But no.
I thought the Doctor Strange movie
Was bad? No, this is
We are the new
Sparky hanging out
doctors.
with KG and friends because he's showcasing his pictures.
anyways, KG did come down from Friday of last week to Sunday of last week, and we got to hang out, have fun, and I think the most fun I ever had was taking them to my favorite watering hole, and all I gotta say was it was a really good sport.
Did he find at least a couple lovely ladies that he might have wanted taken home with?
He found all the lovely ladies he wanted to take home.
Of
with.
course he would. I mean, look, he's been without a significant other for quite some time. Yes. And those mechs can only go so far, especially if you have to build them yourselves and put little pocket holes in places. And...
God damn, that damn rogue! You are just.
Oh no, that's when you gotta get into Fremont goals then.
Henceforth, I mean, look, he's already admitted that he has a lot of mechs in his front room. So, I mean, realistically, there are different variances on sizes. So, I guess the bigger.
And he bought 3 more at this place. Because when we're at this is my local area of vintage stock, and the vintage stock in this place is bigger than a fucking Walmart Supercenter.
Oh yeah.
What am I doing with my life? Why am I in the server? What am I doing?
You're
Being berated by us.
enjoying your time here and berating Sparky as often as you can. Just
Yes.
throw little jabs
yes.
at him every now and then, and he will take them
Yeah.
just like he's supposed to. And I mean, I take my own personal jabs every now and then. Pen, she's just living the life of being gouged every now and then. I mean, realistically.
Yeah.
So you
Pen,
this,
I mean,
this is
Pen.
what we do.
At this point, I think a $2 whore hasn't been gouged as many times as you've gouged Pen.
Well, I mean, some people are still waiting for their mugs and T-shirts, and others just want a goddamn mug and have a website that's completed. So
I
mean,
have
I'm not
permanent
gonna say
scars
do
at this
it.
point. Scars at this point.
Realistically, she has no scars. They're open, festering wounds that are ongoingly being ripped open, just as they seem to be closing. They're ripped open again, and then salt is thrown on top of it, just because. But yeah, no. How's that Final Fantasy 14 game going there for you, Pen?
Very well.
That's
Would
good.
you really want to know, or are you just trying to dig at me again?
I'm just asking.
Both. He's doing both.
Alright, so I brought that up. It's like we had a good time. It was fun
good that
hanging
you
out.
guys had a good time. I mean,
He's got to try to come down again sometime within the next year to spend a longer time down here. He was just passing through. And I will
why
make
doesn't
it.
he-
I will.
Why doesn't he just move down there if he likes it so much?
I told him how much I actually pay for this place and how this place looks. He legitimately thought about it.
Look, the moment you introduce people the cost factor of housing in different places, they start to rethink a lot of different things. Like, that costs how much now? And I make
All right. So let me put you like this. When he walked into my house and he looked around, and he seen my front yard, my backyard, the neighborhood I looked in, and he's like, "So what's the prices of everything?" And legitimately, it's like I told him, it's like on the worst winters and the worst summers, if I put in the electric bill and the gas bill for the worst ones, and then I just go ahead and factor internet in there because it is a staple of what I do.
all I keep
walk
hearing
in
is
here.
cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah. So trash and the utilities and rent. Well, not rent. My mortgage payment, which also includes my property taxes and my insurance, which is full covered, full bore, full blown. I'm covered for everything, including the random type of fucking tree that's not even mentioned in the fucking contract, and the type of flooding. If specify rain damage, flooding damage from piping, or just like if the water tower came down and I got water from there.
So Sparky, tell us how you really feel about this tree.
Anyways, when I told him how much I pay for everything together, size of the house and everything, he just looked at me. He's like, "That's cheaper than just my rent alone."
Yeah. But then again, he lives in Washington State, near the Seattle area. And
well, that's rent alone. That's not including like property taxes on it. That's not including insurance on it. That's just base rent, and that's not even factoring the utilities.
Yeah, the city, living in a city area that is controlled by certain governments, state-wise especially, they get pretty pricey.
Yeah, no, yeah. And he legitimately thought about, damn, I probably need to move down here. It's like, there's a house down there for sale, there's a house down there for sale, and there's a house down there for sale.
So basically, you just try to find a new roommate. I get it.
But no, along with that, I did reconnect with someone else. She is now in the Discord.
Oh.
Her name is Cassie Knight.
Oh,
in the Discord.
I thought it was Gem Max. Sorry.
No.
Cassie Knight.
It's Cassie Knight.
Cassie?
Yeah, Kassie Knight.
Yeah, but that would be Casey.
Well, she goes by Cassie, so.
Okay, cool.
I have a question, Sparky.
Yes.
Does she drive a Thunderbird? Rogue gets it.
It's not Knight Rider.
Well, unfortunately, pretty close. You need to have the K in front of it, but no, she's Knight, as in almost like Nighthawk. Yes. Speaking of which, does she go out and fight crime every now and then?
No.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell a little bit of a backstory because I don't know if this is going to cause drama later on or not, but this is
it probably will either way, but go ahead.
No, this is the point where I'm going to snip in the bud of, anyone who wants to cause any troubles because this person being in the Discord, you can leave. And if you don't want to leave and you want to cause trouble, you will be forcibly removed.
Forcibly removed?
I don't care.
I like it.
Here's the reason why I say this. Cassie is the third co-host. Well, was actually the third co-host, the first third co-host we had on Caffeinated or Die when the show got started up. She was only around. She was only around for like 6 to 8 episodes.
Okay, so roundabout getting this to the end of this particular. So she's from a past event that most people have forgotten or know nothing of. Got it. Good to know.
Yeah. Well, it's still fresh in other people's memory.
Again, I know nothing about this, so
Okay.
tell us.
Alright, anyways. Cassie is a sweet individual. She is a really, really, really geeky person.
But are they?
And I say that in the most respectful way possible because I
Okay,
think.
so basically now you're trying to diss the person, even though they're not here. So this
No,
makes me
I'm
a little
not
bit concerned here.
dissing. That's
This
her
person-
own.
the-
That is
Cassie's
her
a
own
really-
words.
Cassie is a really, really nerdy individual, not disrespecting them. You're just disrespect. This is an area I have with millennials and zillennials. They do this all the time. No disrespect, but and then you say something that could be considered disrespectful. Stop it.
One, those are her own words. And two, I'm referring that to anyone who might have taken that the wrong way, not her.
Anyway, stop it.
We're being
Anyways,
fucking
we
little.
have a gem max in the house that's deaf and or just muted again.
No, that's good. Mute mouse is always nice.
Sometimes. Also
But,
very concerning because if the mouse is mute, then you have some issues.
Yeah. Anyways, no, Cassie is a really unique individual. She's really good with board games. She's really good and open with different aspects of gaming and anime and stuff like that. She's really knowledgeable. A lot of her things is like 3.5, D&D, Pathfinder, Warhammer 40k, there's like several aspects that she can rattle off the top of her head. She doesn't need a book. She doesn't need to go look at anything. She remembers the shit. So,
There are
she
some
likes
that do
being
that.
she likes being challenged on. She really likes people saying that you're not nerdy enough. It's like, challenge me, bitch. She's that type of person. She is going to be joining on Anime Watch Club for some stuff. Especially G Gundam. She's pretty much said that I can't do G Gundam without her. So I was like, all right, cool.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in really quickly and say goodbye?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I'm gonna go.
You're bored out of your tree. You have other things
All
that
right.
you want to do, and
Das Vidania.
you've never had to be able to say anything. Yes, we know. Unfortunately, Sparky tends to do that.
Fuck off.
Wow. Stop reading my mind, Rogue. God damn it.
Look,
Rogue does it too.
if you put the pamphlet
Thank
out
you.
in front of me, it's pretty easy to read.
Actually, we all do it.
Am
Let's be honest.
I that easy to read? Like, wow, what the fuck? Jesus.
You all do it to me, and I'm able to read certain things. So, anywho,
Bye.
I know.
See you later.
Jesus Christ, how was your day there, Jim? Did you enjoy the movie?
No. No.
Was it the best movie that you've seen so far?
It was the worst movie I've ever seen so far.
Trust me, the Doctor Strange, WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness, is losing a lot of credit. It's going in a downhill when it comes to the view counts.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said before, I'll be impressed if it gets close to the 750 million mark.
No, I will be too. That was bad.
Oh yeah. It has that level of atrocities going forward.
That's what movie I have to see next, though.
Ooh, I don't want to see any more after this. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to see these things after.
Well, it's the next Marvel MCU movie I have to take my wife to see. She liked it. She liked it.
Oh, she liked this one?
She liked this one.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
I'm actually curious on the
I'll
reason
ask her later,
why.
but she liked it because she hated American Chavez. She did hate that part.
Okay.
Because she took it as we all have to save America, and I'm like,
No.
I can see that. I can see that aspect.
I could see
Yeah.
the approach, but America Chavez is a different character that they'll be forcing.
And that's the thing.
people-
She's not a comic book fan.
Yeah,
so,
that's the problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
She liked
I
this
get
movie
that.
because of
Which is a
so.
reason why, again, like she'd be like a norm, who has very little knowledge going forward, so she has her own versions of terminology or interpretations to that. So I'm kind of curious on why she liked this particular movie and why others don't. So I'm curious. So a little bit of explanation, if you can, from her would be great.
I'll do that later. I'm not doing
Yeah.
I need
No rush. Just whenever you get a chance. I'm kind of curious. I'll probably bring it up to you if I remember it.
Now, there were moments I liked. The Illuminati, how it got destroyed, I laughed at.
Yeah, that is a funny. I told you.
We can handle your little witch. All dead. All
pretty much.
dead.
That Captain Marvel got crushed by a statue. That was hilarious.
Captain Carter got cut in half by her own shield. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, but like I said, Wanda was the villain and the hero of that movie.
Yeah, she was the hero and villain. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
And the beautiful thing is she didn't get a chance to destroy all of the Darkholds or the knowledge of the Darkhold because one still exists.
But and the other universes, yeah, too. So that's fun.
No, that one that exists happens to have a third eye on his head somewhere along the line, and he exists in the 616 universe.
Yeah, I know, and I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So, like, yeah, okay, Doctor Strange still has the knowledge of the Darkhold, but so this is, like I said before, we're going to see more of the MCU. Gore the God Butcher will be presented further into the Love and Thunder. So I'm like, okay, so they brought in a lesser tier villain to act as the main big baddie for future Marvel events. Because he kills gods.
God killer.
Yeah, henceforth, Gore the God Killer. And the only reason he's able to kill gods is because of a certain blade that he has, and without it, he's useless.
So, yeah. Now, alright, so here's a movie, and this is one that we're going to be doing tonight.
Which
movie? Watch Club. Sonic 2. Because I've got it.
Yeah, it's on demand now. Yeah.
So I got my hands on it, and I've not seen it yet. No one in the Watch Club. I know you have, so don't spoil it.
No, I'm not.
No one in the Watch Club group has seen it, so it's gotta be fun. We've got our theories. We say it on last time on the Sonic movie that we had.
What's your theory? What's your theory?
What is my theory? Okay,
so
okay, so looking at the trailer and looking at what they're doing with it, I know for a fact it's not just based on one game. It's got to be based on Sonic 2 and 3, along with Sonic and Knuckles. I
got this Sonic and Knuckles department right.
Well, I'm also saying Sonic 2 because the end baddie for Sonic 2, I believe, is the end baddie that they find in this movie. I think it's going to be a giant mecha of Robotnik. His walking death egg is basically what it is.
Yeah.
With the fact that the Chaos Emerald is out, and we know that's what they're chasing after, is the Master Emerald. We don't see the fact of the other emeralds, the other Chaos Emeralds, so I'll have to go on the fact of it was probably already forged into the Master Emerald instead of having to collect them and then get the Master Emerald. So I might say it's probably already forged. The military response, and I know I'm probably jumping around canonically, because I believe this is going to go back to like Sonic Mania and a couple other Sonic games that probably had this in it. But I'm going to refer to Sonic X, and I'm hoping that this is correct. But you see the military organization at Green Hills, and one of the things I noticed on one of the trucks was the letter G. And I want to say that is gun. that has to be Gunn. Unless they're just gonna come up with some stupid in their own canon logic for it. But I'm gonna say that's Gunn. And if that's the case, they can be worse than Robotnik. And if they're there, I'm gonna say it's probably a correlation, but probably they were there trying to go after Sonic and Robotnik, going after both of them. So that's why I think it's going to be tied into, but I'm not for sure because now you're mixing in different continuities. Because Gunn was never in any of the main universes, only in the universes where Sonic was on off. And like I said, that's really relying heavily on X. And if they do that, and if it is Gunn, the only conclusion I could come with the whole thing is I know we're gonna see Supersonic. Because it has to be a thing. That's gotta be the end all baddie. Well, not baddie. That's Supersonic screwing up against Eggman for last time because, you know, he gets that ability in Sonic 2. They don't do it, I'm gonna be highly disappointed. And if it is Gunn within the movie, I'm going to take a guess that the ending credit scene is gonna have something to do with Shadow. So that's my theory for the whole thing. And don't spoil it.
At the end of the day, the only thing I can actually say about your theory is you're pretty spot on.
Well, I don't want to hit spot on. Although with you could be just tricking me, but that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. I've seen the bits and pieces with Knuckles. I think Abra does a good. Yeah, well, whatever. I think he does a good job at speaking or doing the voice of Knuckles while I've seen it from the trailers, not watching any clips. I swear to God, they try to make him dumber than Boxer Rocks like he is, and fucking Sonic Boom. I'm going to lose my absolute fucking shit. Because yes, he's dense, but he is not dumb.
Okay, so the deal is the echidnas are going up against the hedgehogs for a reason. And they were supposed to wipe out all the hedgehogs. The hedgehog remaining gets picked up by a certain owl-like creature who's the guardian of the Emerald of Chaos. And
hey, stop! I don't want you to tell me anything.
No, it's not that.
I don't even want anything
that
hinting
is
towards
the
anything.
backstory for that aspect.
I know what the backstory is.
That's it. That's the backstory.
Yeah, but it's. I just, I am hoping for, like, this is the way. Just a reference to it, I'll be fine with it. Damn it. Well, you're still spoiling shit. Stop. Alright, we're done. We're done.
Don't get it.
We're done. We're done because
you get most of the stuff.
Alright, bro, time out. No, serious heart to heart. You and me right now. Look, when I say don't spoil anything, I mean, do not spoil it. Do not confirm anything. Do not deny anything. Do not say anything about it. That's what I mean by no fucking spoilers. I don't want to know if I'm right. I don't want to know if I'm wrong. I don't want to know. This does not happen. That is a spoiler, because that means you have spoiled something that I might have been anticipating. Doesn't happen? Well, guess what? It's still a spoiler. No, stop. We're done.
It. Yeah, I don't know why you were anticipating a meme that doesn't even exist within the actual franchise itself.
Sonic is a meme, and they put that in the first movie. That's what I'm saying. It does not exist within the franchise.
Oh, Sonic? It does exist within the franchise.
Yeah, afterwards.
No, actually, within the actual franchise itself. Afterwards, it became more of a meme.
How is it part of the universe?
It was in the actual cartoon universe itself.
Which one?
When they did the what was it, the one that they did in the 2000s, I believe it was.
Yeah, but Sonic was also a art contest drawing someone, and somebody posted.
Yeah,
it.
and that was supposed to be.
It
part
was
of the
not in
actual,
universe.
Yeah, it was. Supposed to be within
It was
that
made.
cartoon.
It was made within the universe. It did not come out for the universe. It was made as a drawing and became a part of the universe. Same thing with This Is Not the Way. It was made outside of the universe and very well could be incorporated into the universe afterwards.
Anywho, we're talking about Reddit, so you're not that smart.
Anyways, that's my theory. That's my predictions. We'll see if we're right or not. If they do introduce Gun, that is Gun. I'm going to lose my shit for a good reason, because that means there will be a backstory, and there is a backstory. Then we'll probably have something with Robotnik's grandfather down the road. Because I know Gunn was in the middle of the whole thing with Shadow and a couple other things like that. So. It was meant to be a defense against all extraterrestrial life that could harm the planet. That's the way it was portrayed in the show, and it really kind of I'm talking about Sonic X. And if you're talking about Sonic X. Alright, so this is how devious Gun can be if it is known. They killed Robotnik's grandfather's niece. And they also killed another girl that was a pilot trying to fight against them on the side of Sonic and the Freedom Fighters. Yeah, that's how devious they are. And if you watch the 4Kids version of it, yeah, they just go bye-bye. They left for some distant place and it's not explained. No, the fucking jet got exploded, and they shot Maria, which I think Shadow was an experiment to try to save Maria. I think what Shadow was. But no, that's that. But that is tonight. That's what the movie's gonna be tonight. So I'm glad for it. I'm hoping for it. Because it's going to be a reaction that none of us have seen before, so it's, yeah. Unlike the first movie, me and someone else always seen the movie, and then the other two people hadn't seen the movie, so. And unlike them, I do know a lot of lore behind Sonic, so I've been kind of guide for that whole thing. Alright. So it's been going on now for 2 hours, 47 minutes. I've got to run and get me a pack of cigarettes. Then I got to get set up and ready for tonight's recording. So we're done with today's live stream. I'll leave the final words to you guys, and then we'll go ahead and end out. We'll go
Personal responsibility.
We can only hope. J-Max. And he is indefinitely muted. And Rogue.
Oops.
Oops.
Oops. Oops.
Oops.
Oops.
Okay. Oopsie. Oopsie doopsies. Okay.
Oops.
Oh, boobs. I thought you said
Yeah.
oops.
No, boobs.
Boobs. Pins boobs.
Boobs. Yep. Boobs.
Pins boobs.
Anybody's boobs. Boobs.
Somebody has boobs.
Yeah, everybody, boobs are
I still got
control.
I still got to get your artwork recommissioned, have nipples drawn on it, and a t-shirt.
Well, I mean, you would have to talk to a certain, Wesley Winsler.
It's whatever. Anyways, take care, everyone. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and come back and join us again whenever we do this again. Hopefully next Sunday, if things do not get too
Full of
busy.
boobs.
Take care, everyone.
Dr. Water Vision sucks balls.